on to the next topic. This is completely new. So, ivlo naro indefinite integrals paathitu irundhom. Indefinite na enna artham? Infinite. Adhaavadhu poite irukku. There is no end. So, andha mari integrals paathom. Now, we are going to see definite integrals. So, within a small integral. Ipo for example, if you see this graph, so you have, this is called the area function. So, in the function la, you have the function y equals f of x to go like that. Infinite ah podhu. But idu definite ah edhu aakudhu? What is making it definite? The value a and the value b. So the variables are making it definite. So this is called the lower limit. Okay, we call this the lower limit and we call this the upper limit. And in the lower limit and upper limit kulla irukra this particular shaded region, we call it the area function. Okay, so area within the integral, when you have lower limit and upper limit, we call it the definite integral. Okay, so idhula rendu theorem irukku. What two theorems do we have? The area function oda differentiation is going to be f of x, which means area function is going to be the integral of f of x dx. Okay, so idha da ivlo naal nama podittu irundhom. But here you are going to have some upper limit and lower limit. Correct? You see that the x value is from a to b. So how are you going to write this? The area function is nothing but the integral of f of x times dx. You have the upper limit and lower limit for the variable x, which is going to be lower limit you write in the bottom and upper limit you write in the top. So this is going to be your definite integrals. Okay, so let me write the heading. So you have, this is called the definite integrals. Okay, now what is my second theorem? Second theorem is going to be, if you have this particular integral, the one that I just wrote, if you have this particular integral, how are you going to solve this? You first find the integral, which is going to be f of x, then you substitute the values b and a. So when you substitute, what happens? You get f of b. First b substitute pandrom, apra a substitute pandrom. So you have the function integral f of x is going to give me, f of x dx is going to give me capital F of x. But when you have lower limit and upper limit, so you're going to substitute in the symbol la poda porom. We're going to substitute the lower limit and the upper limit. So I have, first I'm going to put the value of b for x. So I have f of b minus upper limit minus lower limit da eppome nama pannuvom. Statistics lime upper limit minus lower limit la nama paathirukoma. So adhe madri you have f of b minus, then you're going to substitute the value of a for x. So f of a. Okay, so when you're solving problems, you'll understand it better. So ivlo naal nama integrals potittu irundhathu. Now we are going to substitute values. Okay, very simple. So now first subsection, what do I have? Integral 2 3 times x square dx. So this is our normal integral with some lower limit and upper limit. So first let's solve the integral. Okay, so this is going to be, when I integrate x square dx, enna kadaikum? I have x cube divided by 3 plus c. So here I am going to substitute my lower limit and upper limit. In the plus c vandu namakku theva kadayadhu. I will show you why it is not needed. So basically when I substitute the lower limit and the upper limit, how is the substitution going to work? So this is my f of x. So first f of x edhikalam. F of x is going to be x cube divided by 3 plus c. So according to the formula, I have f of b minus f of a, which in our case is going to be f of 3 minus f of 2. So this is my b and this is my a, upper limit, lower limit. Ivlo detail na ella question ku eludha maten. Since this is our first question, I'll explain it everything. Okay, explain everything clearly. So ipo f of 3 minus f of 2 irukku. I'll write it in the next step. So f of 3 na I have 3 cube divided by 3 plus c minus open bracket f of 2 na 2 cube divided by 3 plus c. When I solve this, I have, this gets cancelled. So here I have 3 square. So 3 square is nothing but 9 plus c minus, when I open the bracket and multiply the minus inside, what do I have? 8 divided by 3 minus c. Correct? In the minus so in the plus so minus side. So what do you see? This c and this c gets cancelled. So basically the integration constant always gets cancelled when you are subtracting. So adanala in that you need not write the c from the next question. Okay, so this is why we avoid the c. So inga LCM edutha I have 9 3s are 27 minus 8 divided by 3. 27 minus 8 is going to be 19 divided by 3. So this is my final answer. Okay, you need not have plus c. Ena adha cancel aichu. So the final answer is going to be 19 by 3. Okay, it is raining heavily outside. Idu vandu enna puyal? This is going to be Mashong. No, what is the name of the puyal? So idu vandu 2023 la வர ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய புயல். This is crossing Tamil Nadu, so it's heavily raining outside. மிஷாங் புயல் நினைக்கிறேன். அதான் பேர். Subsection 2, I have integral 4, 9 square root of x divided by 30 minus x to the power 3 by 2 the whole square. Okay. Now, what am I going to do the substitution? Substitution, நம்ம நார்மலா integral solve பண்ற மாதிரி பண்ண வேண்டியதா. This is times dx. I'm going to change the variable. So, substitution பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? 30 minus x to the power 3 by 2 equals t. 30 is a constant. I have minus 3 by 2 times x to the power minus ஆகும் இல்லையா? So, 3 by 2 minus 1 times dx equals dt. So, what do I have? Minus 3 by 2. X to the power LCM எடுத்தா 3 by 2 minus 1 is going to be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 times dx equals dt. So, here what do I see? Root x, which is nothing but x to the power 1 by 2. So, x to the power 1 by 2 times dx equals, when I take this constant to the other side, I have minus 2 by 3 times dt. So, now how does my integral change? Let us omit the limits for now. Limits இல்லாம வெறும் integral மட்டும் solve பண்ணலாம், because my variable of integration is going to be x, and x oda value தான் travels from 4 to 9. So, you have to remember that if I am changing the variable from x to t, the limit also has to change. But இப்போ நான் change பண்ணாம வெறும் integral மட்டும் எழுதுறேன். So, what happens to my integral? I have integral of root x dx becomes minus 2 by 3 times dt divided by denominator is going to be t square. So, when I simplify this, what do I have? Minus 2 by 3 integral t to the power minus 2 times dt. So, this is minus 2 by 3 times t to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. So, this is minus 2 by 3 t to the power minus 1 divided by minus 1. So, minus minus plus side on. I have 2 by 3 times t. But what is my t? It is 2 by 3 times t is going to be 30 minus x to the power 3 divided by 2. So, this is going to be my f of x. Okay. இப்போ f of x க்கு நான் integral limits value substitute பண்ண போறேன். So, f of x, when I substitute the limits, what are the limits? 4, 9. 4 and 9. I basically have 2 by 3 times 30 minus x divided by 3, and the limits are going to be 4 and 9. Okay. When I substitute the value, what do I have? 2 by 3 times 30 minus x. For x, I am going to substitute 9 first. So, I have 9 to the power 3 by 2 minus 2 by 3 times 30 minus 4 to the power 3 by 2. புரிஞ்சுதா? f of b minus f of a. This is what I did here. Basically, f of b minus f of a, and this is my b, this is my a. Okay, புரிஞ்சுதா? Now, I have 2 by 3 times 30 minus 9 to the power 3 by 2 எப்படி எழுதலாம்? 3 square to the power 3 by 2 minus, what do I have here? Minus 2 by 3 times 30 minus 4 can be written as 2 square to the power 3 by 2. When I simplify this, I have 2 by 3 times 30 minus, you see that the power gets cancelled. When you have a to the power m to the power 1 by m, this gets cancelled. Correct? So, அதே concept தான். இங்கேயும் 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. So, what do I have now? Minus 3 cube இருக்கு, which is going to be 27. So, this is 3 cube இல்லையா? 27. This is my first term, minus 2 by 3 times 30 minus 2 cube, which is going to be 8. So, what do I have? 2 by 3 a common adta. I have 1 by 30 minus 27 is 3 minus 2 by 3 velil eduthachu divided by 1 by 22. So, when I take the LCM, what do I have? 2 by 3 times the LCM is going to be 66. So, I have 22 minus 3 divided by 66. When I simplify, what do I have? 2 times 33. Numerator la enna irukku? I have 1 by 3 times 33. Adu appadiye irukattum. Times 22 minus 3, which is going to be 19. So, I have 19 divided by 33. So, what is my final answer going to be when I multiply this? I have 19 divided by 99. So, this is my final answer. Okay. Please copy. புரிஞ்சுதா எப்படி பண்ணோன்னு? You just have to find the integral. Normally, substitution method or partial fractions, so however you want, you can solve the integral. Find the capital f of x, then apply the limits, upper limit and lower limit. So, upper limit minus lower limit. Function of upper limit minus the function of lower limit. Okay. இப்போ third subsection போடலாம். This is basically partial fractions. So, I'll copy the question. Third, integral 1 to x dx divided by x plus 1, x plus 2. So, x plus 1 times x plus 2. So, இப்போ இதை partial fraction method ல போடலாமா? இப்போ partial fraction ல கடகடன் போடணும். So, how do I have x divided by x plus 1, x plus 2 is going to be a divided by x plus 1 plus b divided by x plus 2. Taking the LCM, since the denominators are same, I'm going to equate the numerator. So ax plus 2a multiply பண்ணிட்டேன் plus bx plus b. Basically, I'm cross multiplying. Do you see? I'm cross multiplying because those are the terms that are left out. Cross multiplying now, I'm taking the LCM. So this is multiplied by x plus 2. This is multiplied by x plus 1. And on the other side, I have x. Now, clubbing the x terms, what do I have? The coefficient of x is going to be a plus b, which is 1. இந்த இடத்துல 1 இருக்கு. So I have a plus b equals 1 and the constant term 2a plus b equals 0. So when I equate both, I have b equals minus 2a. So a minus 2a equals 1 minus a equals 1. So a equals minus 1 and b is going to be 2. So I found the values for a and b. Now how does the integral change? The integral is going to be a divided by x plus 1. So minus 1 divided by x plus 1 dx. What is my upper limit and lower limit? 1, 2. அதே மாதிரி plus b divided by x plus 2. So plus b, which is 2 divided by x plus 2. And what are the limits? 1, 2 times dx. Okay. Now, when I simplify, I have minus log mod x plus 1 bar 1, 2. Upper limit, lower limit substitute பண்ண போறேன். Plus 2 log mod x plus 2 bar 1, 2. Okay. Now, this particular term, I have a minus sign. I'm going to take that outside. What is my function? This is my function. So I'm going to write log of upper limit. First, upper limit substitute பண்ண போறேன். When I substitute the upper limit, what do I have? Log of 2 plus 1 upper limit minus lower limit. Log mod 1 plus 1. So this is my first function. Minus நான் வெளியில எடுத்துட்டேன் for simplicity. Now, what is my second function? I have plus 2. I'll take the plus 2 outside. Inside உள்ள என்ன இருக்கு? What is my other function? It is going to be log of x plus 2. Okay, I'm doing it slowly. So I have log mod upper limit 2 plus 2 minus lower limit 1 plus 2. Okay, so how does my final answer look like? Minus உள்ள multiply பண்ணா I basically have, or you have உள்ள வந்து log of a minus log of b இருக்கா? So I have minus of log of a by b. So this is going to be log a minus log b, which is going to be log of a by b. So log of a is going to be 2 plus 1 3 divided by 1 plus 1 2. So this is going to be my first term. Plus the term that is written in green, இதுவும் log a minus log b formula இருக்கு. So 2 times bracket குள்ள என்ன இருக்கு? Log of a, which is 2 plus 2 4 divided by 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. புரிஞ்சுதா? This is also of the form log a minus log b. Now this is going to be, I can take the 2 to the power, wait, I'll write it again. So log of 3 divided by 2 plus log of 4 divided by 3. I can take 2 to the power. Correct? I can take this 2 to the power. Now this is again of the form log of a minus log of b. So log a minus log b. So this is again log of a by b. So I have log of a, which is 4 by 3 the whole square, divided by, I'll write it here, divided by reciprocal na edlama. So divided by 3 by 2, which is going to be times 2 by 3. புரிஞ்சுதா? So I basically have உள்ள 4 by 3 the whole square divided by 3 by 2. Divided by 3 by 2 என்ன ஆகும்? Reciprocal எடுத்தா from here it goes to 2 divided by 3. So this is what I've written inside. Okay? Understood? I've written the direct steps. So this, when I simplify, I have log mod 4 square is going to be 16. 16 2s are 32 divided by 3 square is 9. 9 3s are 27. Okay. So this is my final answer. Plus C. Okay. There is no C. Remember, there is no integration constant. Okay. Please copy. Subsection 4. So, இங்கேயும் substitution method போட போறேன். So, I have integral of 0 pi by 4 sin cube 2t cos 2t dt. So, variable of integration is going to be t. What substitution am I going to make? Let me take sin 2t equals x in எடுக்கிறேன். இந்த இடத்துல substitution வேற variable ஏன்னா t ல கொடுத்திருக்கிறதுனால I'm going to take x. So, I have cos 2t times 2 times dt equals dx. So, in that cos 2t மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. So, I have cos 2t times dt equals dx divided by 2. So, when I substitute, what do I have? Integral of, I'm not writing the limits now because I've changed my variable of integration from t to x. So, limit வந்து கடைசியில தான் எழுத போறேன். இப்போ எழுத போறது கிடையாது. So, what do I have? upper limit and lower limit I'm not writing now. So sin cube 2t is going to be x cube times cos 2t dt is going to be dx divided by 2. So when I find the integral 1 by 2 times x cube dx is going to be x power 4 divided by 4. Okay, when I resubstitute for x, what do I have? 1 by 8, 4 2s are 8. X power 4 is going to be sin 2t the whole power 4. So this is going to be my capital F of x. Now when I apply the limits, what do I have? 0 pi by 4. So first pi by 4 apply பண்ண போறேன். So I have 1 by 8 times sin 2 times pi by 4 the whole power 4 minus, so first pi by 4 போட்டாச்சு, next 0. So I have 1 by 8 times sin 2 times 0 the whole power 4. Okay, so this when I simplify I have 1 by 8 common எடுக்கலாம். Inside the bracket what gets cancelled? So 2 and this gets cancelled. What is sin of pi by 2? It is 1. So I have sin pi by 2 is going to be 1 to the power 4 minus 1 by 8 times sin 0 is going to be 0. So 0 power 4. So this is nothing but 1 divided by 8 times 1 to the power 4 is 1. So this is going to be 1 by 8. All simple. Okay. Please copy. So with this we are done with the example questions. Let's move on to exercise questions. It will help you understand even more. Nariya questions podunga. Appo definite integrals is very easy. It is only numbers. Okay. So exercise 7.8 question number 1. So first I'm going to solve the integral. So what do I have? Integral of minus 1 1 x plus 1 dx. So when I find the integral first, what do I have? X square divided by 2 plus x, and the limits are going to be minus 1 and 1. Now upper limit minus lower limit. So this is basically my capital F of x. நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? F of b minus f of a. Please watch my previous videos. Example questions பாருங்க. அதுல solve பண்ணிருக்கிறத பாத்தீங்கன்னா you will understand this better. So f of b minus f of a, where this is my b and this is my a. Now I'm going to substitute the values. What is my f of x first? F of x is going to be x square divided by 2 plus x. So when I substitute the values, what do I have? F of b, which is f of 1 minus f of minus 1. So this when I substitute, I have 1 square divided by 2 plus 1. இது வந்து f of 1. Okay. Minus, in the minus, open bracket, f of minus 1. So I'm going to substitute the value of minus 1 to x. Plus minus 1 close bracket. So when I solve this, I have 1 by 2 plus 1 minus, when I open the brackets, what do I have? Minus 1 the whole square by 2 is 1 by 2. Ulla multiply panna, I have minus 1 by 2. Here I have minus 1. So this minus and this minus becomes a plus. So I have plus 1. So here the 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2 gets cancelled. So my final answer is going to be 2. So this is my answer. Okay. Understood? எப்படி solve பண்ணனும்னா நார்மலா integral solve பண்ணிட்டு upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. Now similarly the second question. I have integral 2 3 1 by x. So second question. Integral 2 3 1 by x dx. This is my lower limit. This is my upper limit. இதெல்லாம் தெரியும்ல. So this is going to be my value of a and this is going to be my value of b. Now I need to solve the integral. Normally நம்ம எப்படி solve பண்ணுவோம்? Integral of 1 by x dx is going to give me log mod x. This is my capital F of x. Now I'm going to solve using upper limit minus lower limit. So இந்த இடத்துல இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு bar போட்டுட்டு lower limit upper limit. Okay. So now I'm going to first substitute the value of upper limit. So I have log mod 3 minus lower limit. So log mod 2. Okay. So this is my function. So function first function of b minus function of a. So this is basically f of b minus f of a. So in the formula podren. So I have log mod 3 minus log mod 2. This is of the form log a minus log b. So log a minus log b, which is going to be log of a by b. இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம நிறைய sums போட்டிருக்கோம். So this is going to be log mod 3 divided by 2. Okay. There is no plus c. Okay. Please watch my examples. ஏன் plus c இல்லைன்றது தெரியும். Okay. Question number 3. So integral 1 to உள்ள வந்து ஒரு polynomial function இருக்கு. So ஒரு term பண்ணலாமா? So I basically have integral 1 to 4x cube dx plus integral 1 to minus 5x square plus இல்லாட்டி இந்த minus வெளியில எடுத்துடலாம். So I'll write it here. Minus 5x square plus integral 1 to 6x plus integral 1 to 9 dx. Everywhere you have dx. Okay. When I solve the integral, what do I have? 4 times x power 4 divided by 4. X cube solve panna, I'm going to get this. Minus 5 times x square integrate panna I have x cube divided by 3 plus 6 times x integrate panna x square divided by 2 plus 9 times integral of dx is going to give me 9x. Okay. Now I need to put this from upper limit to lower limit. Correct? Now when I simplify, 4 cancel I don't. Where cancel agde? This becomes 3. So nothing else is getting cancelled. So first I'll write what I have, x power 4 minus 5 by 3 x cube plus 3x square plus 9x from 1 to 2. So this is going to be my f of x. I need to do f of b minus f of a. Panlama, this is going to be my b, this is going to be my a. So I'm going to substitute f of 2 minus f of 1. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, when I substitute, what happens? F of 2 first. So I have 2 power 4 minus 5 by 3. When I substitute it here, I have 2 cube plus 3 times 2 square plus 9 times 2. So this is my f of 2. This is my f of 2. Now f of 1. Another f of 1 I'm going to substitute now. I have a minus in between. Minus open bracket again 2 power 4. 1 power 4. So 1 power 4 minus 5 by 3 1 cube. I'm substituting value for 1 f of 1. So 1 cube plus 3 times 1 square plus 9 times 1. So this is my f of 1. Punjada f of b minus f of a. Ivlo slow and I'll summum poda maten. So idhila careful ah gavaninga. So when I open the first bracket, what do I have? 2 power 4 is going to be 2 2s are 4, 4 4s are 16 minus 5 by 3 times 2 cube. So I have 2 cube is going to be 8. 8 into 5 is going to be 40. So I have 40 divided by 3 plus 2 square is 4. 4 3s are 12 plus 9 2s are 18 minus in the bracket line 1 minus 5 by 3 plus 3 plus 9. Okay. Now when I open the brackets, I have idukulla in the values la mattum add pandren. By 3 I leave it off. In the values mattum add panna 16 12 18. What do I have? 8 plus 2 10 16 1 46. So 46 minus 40 divided by 3 minus, this is simple ways of calculating. You can calculate it in any way you want. 1 plus 3 plus 9, which is going to be 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 minus 5 divided by 3. Why am I doing this? In the 40 by 3 irukku, in the 5 by 3 irukku. I need not take the LCM, I'll directly do it. So I have, when I open the bracket, 46 minus 40 by 3 minus 13 plus 5 divided by 3. So in the what is my 46 minus 13? So I am going to combine these two terms. So 46 minus 13 is going to give me 33. So I have 33 and in the minus 40 plus 5 divided by 3. These two terms, minus 40 by 3 plus 5 by 3. In the LCM innu edukala. So minus 40 plus 5 by 3 is going to give me minus 35 divided by 3. So minus 35 divided by 3. Now I can take the LCM. It makes the sum more simple. So 99 minus 35 divided by 3. So what do I have? This is equal to 99 minus 35 gives me 64. So 64 divided by 3. So this is my final answer. Okay. புரிஞ்சுதா? இந்த மாதிரி தான் sums solve பண்ணணும். Okay. Now moving on to fourth question. I have sin 2x dx. So this is normal integration. So integral of 0 pi by 4 sin 2x dx is going to give me minus cos 2x. Remember the coefficient of x is going to be 2. So divided by 2 from 0 to pi by 4. So remember that this is my f of x. I need to do f of b, which is pi by 4 minus f of a. Okay, so this is my b and this is my a. When I substitute the values, what do I have? Minus 1 by 2 cos 2 times pi by 4. Yeah? So 2 times pi by 4. What is my f of x? This is my f of x. So minus 1 by 2 cos of 2 times pi by 4 minus open bracket f of 0. F of 0 and minus 1 by 2 again. Cos times 2 into 0. Okay, you understand? In the minus one, in the minus, and this minus is from f of 0. Okay, when I solve this, I can cancel. So this gets cancelled. So in the end, I have minus half times cos pi by 2 minus minus plus side. Half cos 0. Cos pi by 2 is 0 plus half cos 0 is 1. So I have the final answer to be half. There is no plus c in definite integrals. Okay. Question number 5. Adhe martha. Integral of cos 2x. So integral of cos 2x dx 0 to pi by 2 is going to be cos 2x integrate panna I have sin 2x. Remember coefficient of x is 2. So this from 0 to pi by 2. So I have, this is my f of x. So I need to do f of pi by 2 minus f of 0. So I have 1 by 2 sin 2 times pi by 2. So first pi by 2 minus f of 0. So half sin 2 times 0. Punjada? So this is my f of pi, and this is my f of 0. Okay, understood? So 1 by 2, this gets cancelled. 2 cancel ஆயிடும், இங்க எதுவும் cancel ஆகாது. So I have half sin pi minus half sin 0. So sin 0 is going to be a 0. What is sin pi? So you have your first quadrant, second quadrant. So this is pi by 2. This is pi. So sin or sin 0 is going to be 0. Sin pi is also 0. So this is also 0. So my final answer is 0. Question number 6. Again, 4, 5, e to the x dx. So this is going to be simply integral e to the x from 4 to 5. So when I find the values, I can substitute directly. So e to the power 5 minus e to the power 4. So this is my answer. Simple. Avladhaan. Okay. Question number 7. So we have integral tan x dx from 0 to pi by 4. So tan x oda integral enna? You know that it's log mod secant x from 0 to pi by 4. Okay. Now when I substitute the values, log mod secant pi by 4, f of pi by 4. So this is my f of pi by 4 upper limit. Now minus log mod secant 0. So this is my f of 0. So f of pi by 4 minus f of 0, where this is my b and this is my a. Puriyadha? Definite integrals eppadi varudhunu. So now I need to assign the values. So what is secant pi by 4? So secant pi by 4 is nothing but 1 by cos pi by 4. Cos pi by 4 na enna? Cos 45. So 1 by cos 45. What is cos 45? 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2. So I have 1 by root 2, which is going to be simply root 2. Okay. Appa secant 0 enna? Secant 0 is going to be 1 by cos 0. 1 by cos 0 is simply 1. Okay. Now when I substitute the values, இந்த மாதிரி தனித்தனியா எழுதிட்டு அப்புறமாவே substitute பண்ணுங்க. So log mod secant pi by 4 is going to give me root 2 from here. So log mod root 2 minus log mod secant 0 is going to be 1. Now this is of the form log a minus log b. அவ்வளவுதான், ரொம்ப simple. So this is log of a by b. So root 2 by 1, which is log times root 2. Okay. So log குள்ள root 2 இருக்க வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னா, how can you write this? Log of 2 to the power half. Now I can bring the half down. So half log 2. இந்த மாதிரி எழுதலாம். Okay. Try to avoid the square root inside. I mean here square root inside the log function. So வெளியில எடுத்து எழுதுனா it will look even more presentable and meaningful. Okay. So again you have cosecant x here. So what is the integral of cosecant x? I have pi by 6 மேல pi by 4. Always remember that your upper limit has to be greater than the lower limit. இல்லாட்டி subtract பண்ண முடியாது, negative value வரும். Okay. It always has to be a greater value. Upper limit always has to be greater than lower limit. அப்பதான் area எப்படி நெகட்டிவா வர முடியும். Whatever we are finding is going to be the area under the graph. Okay, please watch my example video. அதுல explain பண்ணிருக்கேன் full definite integral na என்னன்னு. Please watch that. Okay. Now integral of cosecant x dx is going to be log mod cosecant x minus cot x. So this is going to be the integral. Now I need to substitute the value from pi by 6 to pi by 4. Okay. So first f of pi by 4 minus f of pi by 6. When I substitute the values, f of pi by 4 first. So log mod cosecant pi by 4 minus cot pi by 4 minus, now I am going to substitute pi by 6. So log mod cosecant pi by 6 minus cot pi by 6. Okay. So let us find the values for each and every term. So cosecant pi by 4 is going to be 1 divided by sin pi by 4. Pi by 4 na 45. So sin 45. Sin 45 is going to be 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2, which is going to be root 2. So we have found the value for cosecant pi by 4. இப்போ cosecant pi by 6. Cosecant pi by 6 is going to again be 1 by sine pi by 6, which is going to be 1 divided by sine 30. 30 na 0, 1 by 2. So it is going to be 1 divided by 1 by 2, which is going to be 2. So cosecant pi by 6 kandupidichachu. Now cot pi by 4. So cot pi by 4 is going to be 1 by tan pi by 4, 1 by tan 45, which is going to be 1. Tan 45 enna 1. So it is going to be 1. Adhe mari cot pi by 6. So cot pi by 6 is going to be cos pi by 6 divided by sine pi by 6, which is cos 30 divided by sine 30. Cos 30 enna 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2. So it is going to be root 3 by 2 divided by sine 30 is 1 by 2. So root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2 is going to give me root 3. So I found out all the values that are inside. Now substitute pannalama. So it is going to be log mod cosecant pi by 4, which is going to be root 2, minus cot pi by 4 is going to be 1, minus log mod cosecant pi by 6, which is going to be 2, minus cot pi by 6, which is root 3. Now this is of the form log a minus log b, so log of a by b. So root 2 minus 1 divided by 2 minus root 3. So this is my final answer. Okay? Please copy. Unnonadukku value substitute panna podum. Upper limit minus lower limit. Always remember, sign a careful podunga. In the there is a minus. Okay? So please be very careful with the minus sign. Question number 9. So you have integral 0, 1 dx divided by square root of 1 minus x square. This nama padichirkom. What did we learn? Integral of dx divided by square root of a square minus x square is going to be sine inverse of x divided by a. So that apply panna vendida. So here I have sine inverse of x divided by a, which is going to be 1. So this is nothing but sine inverse of x. I need to substitute the values 0 and 1. So what do I have? Sine inverse of 1 minus sine inverse of 0. This is f of b minus f of a. Okay. Now what are the values of sine inverse 1? Sine inverse 1 is going to be theta. Appa sine theta equals 1. What all values can it take? Sine theta equals 1 na theta can be pi divided by 2. Okay, so this is my sine inverse of 1, pi divided by 2. Adhe mari sine inverse of 0. What do I have? Sine inverse of 0 is going to be theta. Sine theta equals 0. So theta equals 0. So when I substitute the value, sine inverse of 1 is going to be simply pi by 2 minus 0. So my final answer is going to be pi divided by 2. இதெல்லாம் inverse trigonometric chapterல படிச்சிருக்கோம். Okay? Now, question number 10. dx divided by 1 plus x square. So, இதுவும் நமக்கு ஈஸியா தெரியும். So, you have integral of 0, 1 dx divided by 1 plus x square is going to be tan inverse of x 1 by a, tan inverse of x by a. But in that a oda value is 1. Now, I have to apply 0 and 1. What happens when I substitute? So, it is going to be tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 0. இப்போ tan inverse of 1 என்ன? Tan inverse of 1 is going to be theta. Tan theta equals 1. So theta equals pi divided by 4. Tan pi by 4 dana 1. Tan 45 is going to be 1. So theta pi by 4. Adhe mari tan inverse of 0 equals theta. Tan theta equals 0. So theta equals sin 0 by cos 0. Yeah? So it is going to be 0. So when I substitute the values, I have pi by 4 minus 0. So my final answer is going to be pi by 4. Please copy. Question number 11. So integral 2, 3 dx divided by x square minus a square. So in the form பார்த்திருக்கோம். So you have integral 2, 3 dx divided by x square minus 1. It's raining heavily. I'm sorry if it's bothering you. இது வந்து ஏதோ cyclone pass ஆகுது. அதனால பயங்கர மழை. Okay? So what formula do we use here? dx divided by x square minus a square na you have 1 by 2a. Don't forget that. You have 1 by 2a log mod x minus a divided by x plus a. இதெல்லாம் நம்ம போன exerciseலே பார்த்திருக்கோம். So here I basically have value of a is going to be 1. So this when I solve 1 by 2 times 1 times log mod x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 from 2 to 3. Okay. So I have half log mod first value of 3. X equals 3. So 3 plus 1. So this is nothing but f of 3. Okay, minus f of 2. So half log mod 2 minus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. Direct substitution தான் அவ்வளவுதான் வேற எதுவுமே இல்லை. It is only LKG mathematics. You only have to find the integral. So this is going to be f of 2. Now, when I solve half log mod 2 by 4 minus half log mod 1 divided by 3. So this becomes 1 by 2. Now when I take the half to be common, I have log mod 1 by 2 common எடுத்துக்கிறேன் minus log mod 1 divided by 3. So log of a minus log of b formula இருக்கு. So this can be written as half log mod half divided by 1 by 3. So when I take the reciprocal, it becomes 3 by 1. So directly I'll write that. So 3 by 1. So this is nothing but half log mod 3 divided by 2. So this is my answer. Okay. Question number 12. Cos square x dx. So இதை எப்படி solve பண்ணுவோம்? Integral 0 pi by 2. Cos square x can also be written as 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. So I can take the 1 by 2 outside. Integral of 1 dx plus 1 by 2 integral of cos 2x. Don't forget your limits. Direct integral போடுற மாதிரி போட்டுறாதீங்க. Cos 2x times dx. So when I solve this, what do I have? 1 by 2 times 1 dx is going to be x plus half times cos 2x oda integral is sin 2x divided by 2. When I simplify x by 2 plus sin 2x divided by 4, this I need to take the integral from 0 to pi by 2. Okay? Pollama? Now f of pi by 2 minus f of 0 is going to give me first pi by 2. So pi by 2 divided by 2. In the இடத்துல I am substituting for x. So pi by 2 divided by 2 plus sin 2 times pi by 2 divided by 4. So this is my f of pi by 2 minus open bracket. You have two different terms. So always open bracket. So x by 2 which is 0 by 2 plus sin 2 times 0 divided by 4. You already know that this is going to give you a 0, but always write that step. எப்போமே step miss பண்ணாதீங்க. So this can be written as pi by 2 divided by 2 is going to be pi by 4. Pi by 2 into 2 இல்லையா? So pi by 4 plus this gets cancelled. So this is basically sin pi. So sin pi divided by 4 minus 0. What is sin pi? Sin pi is 0. So my final answer is simply going to be pi by 4. Okay, please copy. Question number 13. In the இடத்துல substitution method. So I am going to take x square plus 1 to be t. 2x dx equals dt. So x dx equals dt divided by 2. So now I am trying to omit the limits. In the ரெண்டு limit omit பண்ண போறேன் because the variable of x க்கு தான் it travels from 2 to 3. But t க்கு the values change. So first of all I am going to find the integral, then substitute the values. Okay. Now when I have integral of x dx என்னாகும்? dt divided by 2. So the 1 by 2 comes outside times x divided by x square plus 1 which is t. So I have half log mod t which is going to be half log mod x square plus 1 from 2 to 3. Okay. Now f of 3 minus f of 2 is going to be half log mod 3 square plus 1 minus, this is f of 3 minus half log mod 2 square plus 1. So this is f of 2. This is f of 3. Okay. When I solve, I have half log mod 3 square plus 1 is going to be, 3 square is 9, 9 plus 1, 10 minus half log mod 2 square 4 plus 1 5. So half a common adutha log 10 minus log 5, log of a by b which is going to be log of 10 divided by 5. So this when I simplify, half log mod 2. 10 and 5 get cancelled. So it is going to be log mod 2. Okay. Please copy. Question number 14. So in the இடத்துல I am going to split the integral. So what happens? I have integral 0 1 2x divided by 5x square plus 1 times dx plus integral 0 1 3 divided by 5x square plus 1 times dx. So this 3 is a constant. So I can take the 3 outside. I'll write it in the next step. So let me take this as I and let me take this as k. Okay. Final answer is I plus k. Okay. So when I solve I, what do I have? Integral 2x divided by 5x square plus 1 times dx. So substitution method panna I have 5x square plus 1 equals t. 10x dx is going to be dt. I only need 2x dx. So I have 2x dx equals dt divided by 5. 10 enna? 5 2s are 10. So this when I substitute, I have integral of dt divided by 5, which is 1 by 5 outside, divided by 5x square plus 1 is going to be t. So this when I simplify, I have 1 by 5 log mod t, which is going to be 1 by 5 log mod 5x square plus 1. So this is my first term. Now second term enna? K was solve panna, I have 3 divided by 5x square plus 1. So 3 divided by 5x square plus 1 dx. I can write this as 3 comes outside. 1 divided by root 5 x the whole square plus 1 times dx. இது என்ன formula இருக்கு? What form is this in? Integral of dx divided by x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse of x divided by a. So when I apply that, I have 3 is already there. 1 by a, which is 1, tan inverse of x, which is root 5 divided by x times 1, the whole divided by root 5. Remember that the coefficient of x is going to be root 5. So இது என்ன ஆகும்? I have 3 tan inverse of root 5 times x divided by root 5. So this is going to be my k. So when I add them both, I have the green one plus the red one. So I plus k is going to be 1 by 5 log mod 5x square plus 1 plus 3 by root 5 tan inverse of root 5x. Now I have to apply the upper limit and the lower limit. So 0, 1. When I apply the limits, I have upper limit first. So 1 by 5 log mod 5 times 1 square plus 1 plus 3 by root 5 tan inverse of root 5 times 1. So this is my f of 1 minus f of 0 ipo. So 1 by 5 log mod 5 times 0 square plus 1 plus 3 by root 5 tan inverse of root 5 times 0. So this is my second term. இப்போ உள்ள என்ன இருக்கு? I have 1 by 5 log mod 5 plus 1, which is 6, plus 3 by root 5 tan inverse of root 5. So I'll write tan inverse of root 5 minus I have 1 by 5 log mod 1 plus 3 by root 5 tan inverse of 0. So what is tan inverse of 0? It is going to be 0. போன questionல தான் பார்த்தோம். Log 1 is also a 0. So I only have my first term now. So this is going to be 1 by 5 log mod 6 plus 3 by root 5 tan inverse of square root of 5. So this is my final answer. Okay? Please copy. Question number 15. X times e to the x square. So இதுக்கு easy substitution. So I'm going to take x square to be t. 2x dx equals dt. I only need x dx. So dt divided by 2. So how does my integral change without the limits? I have integral of x square. X dx is dt by 2. So I have 1 by 2 e to the x square is t times dt. So this is nothing but 1 by 2 e to the t. Please substituting for t, e to the x square. Now I need to apply the limits 0 and 1. So what happens? Half e to the 1 square minus half e to the 0 square. F of 1 minus f of 0. So this is nothing but half e minus half e to the 0 is 1. So basically this is half e minus 1. That's my answer. Okay? Please copy. Question number 16. So in the இடத்துல partial fractions use பண்ணி solve பண்ணோம். But you also have to notice that the power of x in the numerator and the power of x in the denominator are equal. So first you need to divide. So divide பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? I have 5x square divided by x square plus 4x plus 3. I need to multiply by 5. So I have 5x square plus 5 4s are 20x plus 15. Now I need to subtract. அப்பதானே subtract ஆகும்? Cancel ஆகும். So this gets cancelled. I'm left with minus 20x minus 15. So quotient plus remainder divided by divisor. So dividend equals quotient plus remainder divided by divisor. I'm just reminding you. So now the integral becomes 1 to 5 plus quotient, which is minus 20x minus 15 divided by x square plus 4x plus 3 times dx. Okay? Now I have to solve this particular one. I need to split the middle term. So 4x plus 3. I need the product to be 3 and the sum to be 4. So 3 times 1. So I have x square plus 3x plus x plus 3. X common adutha, I have x plus 3. Ingyu x plus 3 plus 1. So what are the factors? X plus 3 times x plus 1. Okay. So this basically I have 5 times x. Idha vandu integrate panna I have 5x plus integral 1 to 2 minus 20x minus 15 divided by x plus 3 x plus 1. Okay. Remember you have to take the integral and put the limits from 1 to 2. Adha number last la potukalam. So remember you have 5x. Okay. Now I'm going to use partial fractions. So what happens? Minus 20x minus 15 divided by x plus 3 times x plus 1 equals a divided by x plus 3 plus b divided by x plus 1. When I take the LCM, what do I have? A times x plus 1, which is ax plus a, plus b times x plus 3, which is bx plus 3b, equals the numerator. Okay, since the denominators are equal, I can equate the numerator. Partial fraction la gadagadan podnu idhukku mela. So the coefficient a plus b is going to be minus 20 and 3b plus a is going to be minus 15. So I have two different equations. So I have basically a plus b equals minus 20, a plus 3b equals minus 15. I'll directly write it here. So a plus 3b equals minus 15. I need to subtract. So this becomes a minus, this becomes a minus, and this becomes a plus. So a minus a cancel. I do. B minus 3b is going to be minus 2b equals minus 20 plus 15 is going to be minus 5. So b equals 5 divided by 2. So I have a plus b equals minus 20. A equals minus 20 minus 5 by 2. Plus b is going to be 5 by 2. In the pakam pochina minus 5 by 2. When I take the LCM, I have minus 20 times 2, which is going to be minus 40 minus 5 divided by 2, which is minus 45 divided by 2. Now when I substitute, the integral becomes integral of a divided by x plus 3, which is minus 45 by 2 divided by x plus 3 times dx, plus b, which is 5 by 2 divided by x plus 1 times dx. Remember you have limits. In a limit 1, 2. So I have 1, 2, 1 and 2. So here this becomes minus 45 by 2 log mod x plus 3 plus 5 by 2 log mod x plus 1. But remember you have a 5x from here. In the 5x irka. So I'll add that in the end. So my final now looks like 5x minus 45 divided by 2 log mod x plus 3 plus 5 by 2 log mod x plus 1. Now I need to take the limits 1, 2. When I substitute, what do I have? First f of 2. So 5 times 2 minus 45 by 2 log mod 2 plus 3 plus 5 by 2 log mod 2 plus 1. This is f of 2 minus f of 1. F of 1 and 5 times 1 minus 45 by 2 log mod 1 plus 3 plus 5 by 2 log mod 1 plus 1. So this is my second term. So when I solve this, what is inside the first bracket? 5 2s are 10 minus 45 by 2 log mod 5 plus 5 by 2 log mod 3 minus 5 minus 45 by 2 log mod 4 plus 5 by 2 log mod 2. So I have to further simplify. I'll write it over here. So follow. I have 10 minus 45 log 5. I'll write it here. So I have 10 minus 45 log 5. 5 by 2 log 3 plus 5 by 2 log 3. 45 divided by 2. So 45 divided by 2. 5 by 2 log 3. Now when I open the bracket, in the minus irka, so minus multiply panna minus 5 plus 45 by 2. So minus 5 plus 45 by 2 log, what is it? Log mod 4 plus 5 by 2 plus 5 by 2 log 2. But the plus becomes a minus when I multiply it inside. Okay. Plus 45 by 2 log mod 4 plus 5 by 2 log 2 becomes minus 5 by 2 log 2. So this, when I simplify, I have 10 minus 5 is going to give me 5. Okay, அப்புறம் 45/2 நான் காமனா எடுக்க போறேன். So these two terms you see here, minus 45/2 log 5, 45/2 log 4. So when I club these two terms, I have 45/2 times log 4 minus log 5. You see that? Log 4 minus log 5 when I club these two terms. இப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு டேர்மையும் club பண்ணா I can take 5/2 outside times log 3 minus log 2. So this is how the form log of a by b. So 5 plus 45/2 log 4 divided by 5 minus, sorry, plus 5/2 log 3 divided by 2. So this is my final answer. Okay, it's a little long. நீங்க படிச்சது எல்லாமே அப்ளை பண்ணனும், but you just have to substitute the values. Okay, very careful with the calculation. Question number 17. So in the இடத்துல I have 2 secant square x plus x cube plus 2 from 0 to pi by 4. Okay, so first integral of 2 secant square x. So 2 integral of, I'll do it slowly. So secant square x plus integral x cube plus integral 2 from 0 to pi by 4. So 0 to pi by 4, 0 to pi by 4. So this is going to be 2 times integral of secant square x is going to be tan x. So tan x plus x cube can be written as x power 4 divided by 4 plus 2 times integral of dx. You have a dx. So this is going to be 2x. This I need to take the limits from 0 to pi by 4. Okay, so I can take f of pi by 4 minus f of 0, or I can take it for individual terms. It will be easy for calculation. If 0 to pi by 4 plus x power 4 by 4, 0 to pi by 4 plus 2x from 0 to pi by 4. It's the same thing as taking f of pi by 4 minus f of 0. So this is nothing but f of pi by 4 minus f of 0. இப்படியும் எழுதலாம். Okay, so you see that this becomes easier for calculation. Just watch. So 2 times I have tan pi by 4 minus tan 0. So basically I clubbed the 2 here. So tan pi by 4 minus tan 0. So இந்த இடத்துல b minus a. So this is my first term. இப்போ second term என்ன ஆகும்? I have 1/4 common எடுத்தா. So pi by 4 போட்டா pi by 4 the whole power 4 minus 0. So this is my second term. இப்போ third term என்ன ஆகும்? I have 2x. So 2 times x க்கு substitute பண்ணா pi by 4 minus 0. So you can also do it in such a way. Okay, அதே ஆன்சர் தான் வரப்போகுது. So this is 2 times tan pi by 4 tan 45, which is 1, minus tan 0 is a 0, plus 1/4 times pi power 4 divided by 4 power 4 minus 0, அது போயிடும், plus 2 times pi divided by 4. So what gets cancelled? இந்த இடத்துல இது மட்டும் தான் cancel ஆகுது. So my answer is going to be 2 plus pi power 4 divided by 4 to the power 5 plus pi divided by 2. இந்த இடத்துல 4 to the power 5 நீங்க பண்ணலாம். So 2 plus pi by 4 divided by 1024 plus 5 divided by 2. 4 4s are 16, 16 16s are 256, 256 into 4 is 1024. Okay. Now, I have sin square x by 2 minus cos square x by 2. So நமக்கு என்ன formula தெரியும்? You know that sin square x is going to be 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2. அதே மாதிரி cos square x is going to be 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2, the whole divided by 2. So here I have by 2. So இந்த இடத்துல by 2 இருந்ததுனா, here I will not have this 2. Okay. So in the இடத்துல I will only have x, cos x and cos x. Okay. So when I substitute this, I have integral of 0 to pi sin square x by 2 ka inge substitute 1 minus cos x divided by 2 minus open bracket 1 plus cos x divided by 2 times dx. Before taking the integral, ulla simplify பண்ணலாம். I have my 1 minus cos x, when I open the bracket, minus 1 minus cos x the whole divided by 2 times dx. I can take the 1/2 outside. Integral 0 to pi. 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. I have minus 2 cos x. So minus 2 cos x. Here the 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. So I have minus cos x. So this is going to be minus integral of cos x dx is going to give me sin x. So I have sin x. This I need to take the limit now. So 0 to pi. So minus a வெளியில எடுத்தா I have sin pi minus sin 0. So sin pi is also a 0. Sin 0 is also a 0. So my final answer is going to give me a 0. Okay, please copy. Question number 19. I'm going to split the two integrals. So I have 0 to 6x divided by x square plus 4. I can also write it as 2 square plus integral 0 to 2, 3 divided by x square plus 2 square times dx. So this I'm going to take it as I and this I'm going to take it as k. So I எப்படி solve பண்ண போறோம்? Substitution. So integral of 6x divided by x square plus 4. Taking x square plus 4 equals t. 2x dx equals dt. I have 6 dx here. So நம்ம x dx மட்டும் எழுதலாம். X dx equals dt divided by 2. So when I substitute, I can take the 6 outside. Integral of x dx is dt divided by 2. Divided by x square plus 4 is t. So when I simplify this gets cancelled. So I have 3 times log mod t, which is 3 times log mod x square plus 4. So this is my I term. If a k term enna, I have k equals integral of 3 divided by x square plus 2 square. X square plus 2 square times dx. This is of the form dx divided by x square plus a square. So this is of the form tan inverse. So 3 வெளியில எடுத்தா I have 1 by a, which is 2 times tan inverse of x divided by a. So the final form is going to be 3 by 2 tan inverse of x divided by 2. So I found what my I and k. So when I substitute, I have I plus k. So this is nothing but 3 log mod x square plus 4 plus 3 by 2 tan inverse of x divided by 2. And what are my limits? 0 and 2. So individual பண்ணலாமா? So 0 to 0 2. So when I do this, I have 3 times common எடுக்கிறேன். I have log of 2 square plus 4 minus log of 0 square plus 4. Upper limit minus lower limit. So for my first term. Next 3 by 2 common எடுத்தா I have tan inverse of 2 by 2 minus tan inverse of 0 divided by 2 for the second term. Okay. First I am applying 2, then I am applying 0. First I am applying 2, then I am applying 0. Okay. To the function. And I simplify this, I have 3 times log mod 2 square is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8 minus log mod 0 square plus 4 plus in the bracket la 3 by 2 times tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 0. So this is going to be 3 times log mod 8 minus log mod 4. So log of a minus log of b, log of a by b. So log mod 8 by 4 plus 3 by 2 times tan inverse of 1 is going to be pi by 4. 45 minus 0. Tan inverse of 0 is going to be 0. So this is nothing but I can cancel. This becomes 2. So I have 3 log 2 plus 3 by 2 times pi by 4. So final answer enna? 3 log 2 plus 3 by 8 times pi. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 20. So this I can split into two integrals. So 0, 1, x e to the x times dx plus integral of sine pi x by 4 times dx. So first integral is going to be integration by parts. So I have two different functions and this is going to be a simple integral. So let me take this as I and let me take this as k. So if first I solve பண்ணலாமா? So I equals integral x e to the x. So first last preference the exponential, first preference for this. So this is my first function, second function. Integration by parts enna? First function integral of second function dx minus பெரிய integral open bracket d by dx of first function integral of second function close bracket times dx. So when I solve this, I have x e to the x minus integral of d by dx of x is going to be 1 times e to the x dx is going to be e to the x times dx. So this when I further simplify, I have x e to the x minus e to the x. So இது வந்து I. இப்ப k என்ன? K is going to be simple integral sine pi x divided by 4 times dx. Sine oda integral is going to be minus cos. So minus cos pi by 4 times x divided by, remember the coefficient of x is going to be pi divided by 4. So இது என்ன ஆகும்? Minus 4 divided by pi. Pi by 4 மேல numerator வந்ததுனா 4 by pi times cos pi by 4 times x. So I need to add I and k. So when I add that, my integral becomes x e to the x minus e to the x, or I can club the e to the x together. So enna agum? This I can write it as e to the x times x minus 1 illaya. So this becomes e to the x times x minus 1 plus minus 4 by pi times cos pi by 4 times x. Put a bracket because you have minus. நம்மளோட integral limit என்ன 0 and 1. So I'm going to solve it separately. 0, 1 and 0, 1. When I substitute the values, for the first function I have e to the 1 times 1 minus 1 minus e to the 0 times 0 minus 1. இது வந்து first function. So this is my first function in the particular one. Now I'm going to solve the second one. So I have plus, I'll take the minus 4 by pi outside times cos pi by 4 times 1 minus cos pi by 4 times 0. Okay, so this is my second value. This is this particular thing where I've taken the minus 4 by pi outside because it's a constant. Now I have bracket kulla enna irukku e to the 1 times 0 minus e to the 0 is going to be 1 times I have minus 1 plus in the bracket enna minus 4 by pi times cos pi by 4. What is cos pi by 4? Cos pi by 4 is cos 45, which is 1 by root 2 minus cos pi by 4 into 0 is going to be cos 0, which is going to be 1. Now first bracket la enna irukku I have e to the power 1 is e plus 1. This is my first bracket minus 4 by pi times 1 by root 2 minus 1. When I take the LCM, you have e plus 1 minus 4 by pi times 1 minus root 2 divided by root. So இந்த இடத்துல இதை further எப்படி simplify பண்ணலாம்? I have root 2 here, so this becomes 2 root 2. So final answer can also be written as e plus 1 minus 2 root 2 divided by pi into 1 minus root 2. Okay, please copy. Question number 21. இது ரொம்ப simple. So you have integral 1 root 3 dx divided by 1 plus x square. Dx divided by 1 plus x square, it is going to be tan inverse of x from your limit is going to be 1 to root 3. So when I substitute the value, tan inverse of first root 3 upper limit minus tan inverse of lower limit. இப்போ values என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிப்போமா? So tan inverse of root 3 is going to be theta. Tan theta equals root 3. So what is root 3? நமக்கு எங்க வரும்? You have 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2. So tan ஓட values எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் வரும்? I have 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. So I know that tan 30 is going to be 1 by root 3. Tan 60 equals root 3. So இந்த இடத்துல root 3 இருக்கு. So theta equals 60 degrees, which is going to be pi divided by 3. So இந்த இடத்துல tan root 3 கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு. Now tan inverse of 1 is going to be theta. Tan theta equals 1, which means theta equals pi divided by 4. So this particular step I'm writing it here. So I have tan inverse of root 3 is going to be pi by 3 minus tan inverse of 1 is going to be pi by 4. When I take the LCM, I have 4 pi minus 3 pi divided by 12, which is going to be pi divided by 12. So this is my answer. In the option, it is going to be option D. Okay, please copy. Last and final question of the exercise. I have 4 plus 9x square. So I have integral of dx divided by 2 square plus 3x the whole square from 0 to 2 by 3. So என்ன formula தெரியும்? I have integral dx divided by a square plus x square or x square plus a square. So x square plus a square இருந்ததுனா 1 by a tan inverse of x divided by a. So இந்த formula நமக்கு தெரியும். When I apply this, I have 1 by a, which is 2 times tan inverse of 3x divided by a. But remember, the coefficient of x is going to be 3, another divided by 3. Okay. This, when I simplify, I have 1 by 2 into 3 is going to be 6. And the value of a is going to be 2. In the 2 போட்டுறேன். So 1 by 6 times tan inverse of 3x divided by 2. Now I need to put the limit. So 0 to 2 divided by 3. Upper limit, lower limit. So now when I take 1 by 6 outside, I have tan inverse of 3 by 2 times 2 by 3. So first upper limit போடுறேன். So I'm going to put 2 by 3 for x and I have minus tan inverse of 3 by 2 times x oda value 0. Now I have 1 by 6 times tan inverse of, உள்ள இது ரெண்டுமே cancel ஆயிடும்ல, 3 3 and 2 2 gets cancelled. So I have tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 0. So this is simple. 1 by 6 times pi by 4 minus 0. So final answer enna? Pi by 24. So which option is it? Option C. Okay, please copy. So with this we are done with this exercise. Let's move on to the last and final exercise and topic of the chapter. Okay, moving on to the next topic, evaluation of definite integrals by substitution. Okay, so substitution method namak theriyum. So let us start solving questions. except that you have intervals. In the இடத்துல -1 to 1 இந்த மாதிரிலாம் interval இருக்கு. So we are going to solve that. So what do we have inside the integral? We have 5x power 4 square root of x power 5 plus 1 times dx. So substitution பண்ணலாமா? So x power 5 plus 1 is going to be t. 5x power 4 dx equals dt. You see that it's getting directly substituted. So I have square root of t times dt. But remember, in the integral, podakudadu. You should not put this integral because my variable of integration is dx. But here we have changed the variable from x to t. So you should not put the same integral. So let's solve the integral, then substitute the value for x, then substitute the definite integral value. Okay. So ipo idu enna t to the power half times dt, which is going to be t to the power half plus 1 divided by half plus 1, which is t to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. 3 by 2 numerator la vandaduna 2 by 3. 2 by 3 t to the power 3 divided by 2, where your t is going to be square x power 5 plus 1 to the power 3 divided by 2. So ipo nammaloda integral values enna, whatever you got is going to be 2 by 3 x to the power 5 plus 1 3 by 2. I have to put the limits. What do I have? -1 to 1. Okay. So I'll take 2 by 3 outside. First I'm going to substitute the value of 1. So when I do that, I have 1 power 5 plus 1 the whole power 3 by 2. Punjada f of b. This is going to be my b. F of b minus f of a. Now when I substitute the value of -1, what do I have? -1 to the power 5 plus 1 the whole power 3 divided by 2. So when I simplify this, I have 2 by 3 to the power 1 power 5 enna, it is going to be 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. So 2 to the power 3 by 2 minus inge enna irukku -1 plus 1 to the power 3 divided by 2. So this gets cancelled. -1 plus 1 is going to be a 0. So I have 2 by 3 times 2 to the power 3 by 2. Numerator la 2 to the power 1 plus 3 by 2 irukku illaya. So divided by 3. So I have 2 to the power of 1 plus 3 by 2 LCM edutha, I have 5 by 2. So 2 to the power 5 by 2 divided by 3. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Or 2 to the power 5 by 2 eppadi edhulam? I can write 2 in terms of root of 2 the whole square illaya. So this is nothing but 2. So when I write that, I have square root of 2 the whole square the whole power 5 by 2 divided by 3. So ipo indha edathila the square terms gets cancelled. This I'll be left with root 2 to the power 5 divided by 3, which is going to be root 2 to the power 5 na enna, root 2 repeated 5 times, which is going to be idu 2. So this is going to be 2 2s are 4 times the remaining root 2. So I have 4 root 2 divided by 3. So this is my final answer. Evlo simple ah eludha mudiyumo, write it in the simplest form possible. Okay. So 4 root 2 by 3 nu vandiruchu. So this is our usual way of solving. Ipo by substitution na enna artham? Basically your integral goes from -1 to 1, 5x power 4 square root of x power 5 plus 1 times dx. So this when I change the variable to t, so I have square root of times dt, but in the edathila upper limit and lower limit enna, I do not know. So what am I going to do? Here I know that the x value travels from -1 to 1. So where does the t value travel from? Okay, so how did I do the substitution? I have x to the power 5 plus 1 equals t. So idhile the t value kandupidikalama. So I know that t equals x power 5 plus 1. So x oda value -1 ah irukumbodhu, when the value of x is -1, I have t equals -1 to the power 5 plus 1, which is going to be -1 plus 1 0. When x oda value is 1, I have t equals 1 power 5 plus 1, which is going to be 1 plus 1, which is 2. So how does my integral travel? What is the upper limit and the lower limit? -1 to 1 is nothing but 0 to 2 when you consider in terms of t. Purjada, how do you change the limits? Okay, this is how you change the limits. Now I can directly integrate. So I have square root of t times dt from 0 to 2. Instead of -1 to 1, I am going to apply 0 to t. So in the edathila enna theriyudhu? I have -1. So -1 ku value 0. So that has to be here. You should not write 2 to 0. Okay, -1 to 1 eppadi irukko adhe order la dhaan eludano. You also know that the lower limit has to be less than the upper limit. So அந்த மாதிரி மெத்தட்ல போட்டாலுமே இதுதான் வரும். But remember that -1 க்கு 0 and 1 க்கு 2. So direct substitution. So this I have t to the power half. So integral of t to the power half times dt from 0 to 2. So I just solved. So it is going to be 2 by 3 to the power 3 divided by 2. So இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல I need not substitute the value of t to be x power 5 plus 1. ஏன்னா we have already changed the integral also. Limit also we have changed. So இந்த இடத்துல என்ன பண்ண போறேன்? From 0 to 2. So I'm going to apply this particular value over here. Okay. So when I do that, I can take 2 by 3 common. 2 to the power 3 by 2 minus 0 to the power 3 by 2. So this is nothing but 2 by 3 times 2 எப்படி எழுதலாம்? root 2 the whole square, the whole power 3 by 2 minus 0. 0 power 3 by 2 is minus 0. So this gets cancelled 2 and the 2. So நம்ம இதுக்கு முன்னாடி எப்படி solve பண்ணோமோ அதே மாதிரி தான். So I have 2 by 3 times square root of 2 the whole cube, which is going to be 2 by 3 times 2 root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2 times root 2. So this when I simplify, I have 4 root 2 divided by 3. So you're getting the exact same answer. Okay. இது இன்னும் simpler இருக்கும். For other questions, you will see that when you change the limit also, it becomes much simpler. Okay. Limit you change பண்ணிட்டா இன்னும் easy போட்டுடலாம். Now, let us try example 27 in the way that we learned now. Okay. So இப்போ substitution பண்ணா, I have tan inverse of x equals t. So 1 by 1 plus x square times dx equals dt. So இப்போ x oda value travels from 0 to 1. So how does my value of t travel? I know that t equals tan inverse of x. So when x value is 0, I have t equals tan inverse of 0. So this from this I have t equals 0. Tan inverse of 0 and as 0. Then I have when x oda value is 1, I have t equals tan inverse of 1. So from here I have t equals pi divided by 4. Tan pi by 4 is 1. Okay, in the inverse trigonometric ratio la நம்ம already படிச்சிருக்கோம். So how does my integral change? How does the limit change? T travels from 0 to pi divided by 4. So now I can change the whole integral. So the limit travels from 0 to pi by 4. And how does it change inside? Tan inverse of x is going to be t times 1 by 1 plus x square is going to be dt. So when I simplify, I have t square divided by 2 from 0 to pi by 4. So when I substitute, I have pi by 4 the whole square upper limit minus lower limit 0 square divided by 2. I have a divided by 2 here. So I can take the 1 by 2 outside. 1 by 2 times pi square divided by 4 4s are 16 minus 0. So when I simplify, I have pi square divided by 32. So this is my final answer. Okay. Please copy. So this is a much easier way to solve. திரும்ப t க்கு போட்டுட்டு so இந்த இடத்துல t க்கு திரும்ப resubstitute பண்ண வேண்டாம். You don't have to write tan inverse of x the whole square அப்படிலாம் பண்ண வேண்டாம். It will be a long process. So this becomes very easy. Okay. So with this we are done with the example questions. Let's move on to exercise. Okay. So இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல substitution. So again I'm going to do x plus 1, x square plus 1 equals t, 2x dx equals dt, x dx equals dt divided by 2. இப்போ limit x travels from 0 to 1. I know that t equals x square plus 1. So x oda value 0 na, I have t equals 0 square plus 1, which is going to be 1. When x oda value is 1, I have t equals 1 square plus 1, which is going to be 2. So my t travels from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2. 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Okay? புரிஞ்சுதா இப்படி தான் எழுதணும். So I have the integral to be 1 to 2 times x dx is going to be dt divided by 2. I'll write the 1 by 2 outside divided by t. So this is going to be half log mod t and my limit travels from 1 to 2. So I take the half outside. I have log 2 minus log 1. So this is going to be simply half log 2. You can also write log 1 to be 0 or in that log of a by b formula irukku. So basically I have log of 2 divided by 1. So either way you can solve. Okay, எது ஞாபகம் இருக்கோ examல அதை solve பண்ணுங்க. Okay, remember you don't have a plus c in definite integrals. அதுவும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay, please copy. Question number 2. So I see that I have square root of sin 5 cos power 5 times 5. But இந்த இடத்துல square root இருக்கு. So I have to take my sin 5 to be t. Correct? Because it's inside the square root. But in the இடத்துல I have cos power 5 theta. Yeah? So how can I change the integral? To simplify this, I can write this as square root of sin theta times, I can write this as cos power 4 5. Okay, it's in all in terms of 5. So let me write 5 times cos power 4 5 times cos 5 d5. Why am I doing that? Cos 5 d5 is going to be dt. So எனக்கு cos 5 d5 தான் வேணும். இப்போ இந்த cos power 4 5 நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன்? I can write this as 0 to pi by 2 square root of sin 5 times cos square 5 times cos square 5. So cos square 5 times cos square 5 times cos phi d phi. So this can also be written as 0 to pi by 2 square root of sin phi. Cos square phi is going to be 1 minus sin square phi. 1 minus sin square phi. I have 2 times cos square phi. Idla square பண்ணிடலாம். So I have cos phi times d phi. புரியுதா? இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு cos square phi க்கு ஒரு sin square 1 minus sin square phi. இன்னொரு cos square phi I have squared. Okay, so this has now become my integral. Now when I do the substitution, I see that the value of x travels from 0 to pi by 2, and I know the value of t is going to be sin phi. So x oda value 0 na, t is going to be sin 0, which is 0. X oda value pi by 2, so t equals sin pi by 2, which is going to be 1. So 0 to pi by 2 now becomes 0 to 1. So t travels from 0 to 1. So this is how you write in your exam. In the mari எழுதுனா mistake ஆகாது. You will not forget anything. Now how does my integral change? 0 to pi by 2 now becomes 0 to 1 times square root of sin phi. So it is going to be square root of t times 1 minus t square the whole square. Sin phi is only t. இந்த இடத்துல 1 minus sin square phi இருக்கு. So t square the whole square times cos phi d phi is going to be dt. Okay. Now I need to open the a minus b the whole square and multiply the t square root of t inside. So I have t to the power half. This open panna I have a square plus b square minus 2ab times dt. Now when I multiply the t to the power half inside, I have 0, 1, t to the power half plus t to the power half plus 4 minus 2 times t to the power half plus 2 times dt. So this when I simplify, I have 0 to 1 t to the power half dt plus in the இடத்துல என்ன இருக்கு 0 1 t to the power LCM எடுத்தா I have 4 2s are 8 plus 1 9 9 by 2 dt minus 2 is an constant 0 to 1 t to the power 1 by 2 plus 2 which is going to be 2 2s are 4 so 5 by 2 times dt. இப்போ t half plus 1 divided by half plus 1 from 0 to 1 ஒரு டேர்மா நான் பண்ணிடுறேன் plus இந்த இடத்துல என்ன இருக்கு t to the power 9 by 2 plus 1 divided by 9 by 2 plus 1 from 0 to 1 minus 2 times t to the power 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by 5 by 2 plus 1 from 0 to 1. Now what do I have in the numerator? I have t to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 becomes 2 by 3 from 0 to 1 plus இந்த இடத்துல t to the power 9 by 2 plus 1 which is going to be 2 ones are 2, 9, 10, 11. So 11 by 2 times 2 by 11 from 0 to 1 minus 2 times t to the power 7 by 2 divided by 7 by 2 which now becomes 2 by 7 from 0 to 1. So when I solve this, I can take the 2 by 3 common which is going to be 1 to the power 3 by 2 minus 0 to the power 3 by 2 plus 2 by 11 times 1 to the power 11 by 2 minus 0 to the power 11 by 2 minus 4 by 7 times 1 bracket 1 to the power 7 by 2 minus 0 to the power 7 by 2. This when I solve, I have 2 by 3 times 1 minus 0 which is going to be 2 by 3 plus 2 by 11 times 1 minus 0 which is 2 by 11 minus 4 by 7. So in the LCM and I see that I have LCM to be 11 3s are 33, 33 times 7 is going to be 7 3s are 21, 2, 7 3s are 21, 22, 23. 231 is going to be my LCM. So in the term, I have to multiply by 231 venuna 11 7s are, so 77 ala multiply pannom. This I have to multiply by 21, 11 21 times. This I have to multiply by 7 irukuna 33. Okay. So when I do that, what is in my numerator? 7 2s are 14. 1, 7 2s are 14, 15, 154 plus 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4 minus 4 3s are 12, 1 4 3s are 12, 13. So my numerator is going to be this. So this when I subtract, I have 154 plus 42 which is 6, 9, 196 minus 132. So 64. So I have 64 divided by 231. I cannot further simplify this. So this is going to be my answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 3. So in the mari question நம்ம already போட்டிருக்கோம். So what are we going to do? X equals tan theta. Sorry. Dx equals tan theta oda derivative is going to be secant square theta times d theta. So this is how we are going to change. And what does your limit change to? If x oda value travels from 0 to 1, I know that tan theta equals x. So now when x oda value is 0, I have tan theta equals 0, which means theta equals tan inverse of 0. Tan inverse of 0 is going to be 0. When x oda value is 1, I have tan theta equals 1. From this, theta equals tan inverse of 1, which is pi divided by 4. Okay, how does my integral change now? Integral of 0 to 1 becomes 0 to pi by 4. So 0 to pi by 4 times sine inverse of 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta times secant square theta d theta. So what is 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta? This is going to be sine 2 theta. And what do we know? We know that sine inverse of sine 2 theta is going to be 2 theta. Now how does my integral change? I have integral 0 to pi by 4 times 2 theta secant square theta d theta. Pujda? I have only changed the variable and changed the limits also. Now I am going to solve this by using integration by parts. So in the இடத்துல 2 வெளியில எடுத்துடலாம். So 2 times what is inside? First term integral of second term minus bigger integral open bracket d by d theta of the first term times integral of the second term, the whole, okay, whole integral. Now I have a 2 outside. So this is going to be secant theta times integral of secant square theta is going to be tan theta. This is simple minus integral of d theta times theta is going to be 1 times integral of secant square theta is tan theta times d theta. Close the bracket. In the இடத்துல ஒரு 2 இருக்கு, அதனால தான் இந்த bracket போட்டிருக்கேன். Okay? So this is going to be 2 times theta tan theta minus log mod secant theta. Close bracket. Now, when I open the bracket, I can multiply the 2 inside. So, 2 will multiply panna, I have 2 theta times tan theta minus 2 log mod secant theta. I need to apply the limits now. Now, what limit? 0 to pi by 4. 0 to pi by 4. So, when I apply that, I have 2 times, or term apply pandren. So, 0 to pi by 4 and 0 to pi by 4. So, 2 times, I have theta kapota pi by 4 tan pi by 4 minus 0 times tan 0. So this is my first term. So upper limit minus the lower limit wherever I have theta. So this is my first term. Now second term enna? Minus 2 times open bracket log mod secant pi by 4 minus log mod secant 0. Okay. So this is going to be my second term. Second term enna? Pi by 4 upper limit minus lower limit, and this is going to be my second half of the equation. So this I have 2 times pi by 4 times tan pi by 4 is going to be 1 minus 0. It is 0 minus 2 times log of secant pi by 4. So I have cos pi by 4 to be 1 by root 2. So here I have log mod secant pi by 4 is going to be root 2 minus log mod secant 0 and cos 0 is going to be 1. So secant 0 is also 1. Okay. So log 1 is nothing but 0. So in the term poidom. What else I have? 2 times pi by 4 minus 2 times log mod root 2. So when I take this 2 to the power, I'll have this gets cancelled. So pi by 2 minus log of root 2 the whole square. So this is going to be pi by 2 minus log 2. So this is my final answer. Okay. Please copy. In the mari integral change panna innu konjam easy ah podlam. So this is why we change it. Okay. Question number 4. So square root kulla irukra value na substitution. So I have x plus 2 equals t. So I have dx equals dt. But in the இடத்துல ஒரு x இருக்கு. So I have x equals t minus 2. Okay. So this is the substitution. How does the integral change? So the x values travel from 0 to 2. I have t equals x plus 2. So when x is equal to 0, my t is going to be 0 plus 2, which is 2. When x equals 2, I have t equals 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. So my limit 0 to 2 changes from 2 to 4. So how does my integral change? 2 to 4 times x is going to be t minus 2 times square root of t times dt. So when I multiply the square root of t inside, I have 2 to 4 t times t to the power half minus 2 into t to the power half times dt. So this is going to be integral 2 to 4 t to the power 3 by 2 minus 2 times t to the power half times dt. So when I solve this, I have integral 2 4 t to the power 3 by 2 dt minus 2 times 2 4 t to the power half dt. So when I simplify this, I have t to the power 3 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2 plus 1 from 2 to 4 minus 2 times t to the power half plus 1, half plus 1 from 2 to 4. Okay, when I solve this, I have 3 t to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 is going to be 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 when taken to the numerator becomes 2 by 5. புரிஞ்சுதா? Minus 2 times t to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 becomes 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 from 2 to 4. Okay, ரெண்டு term நான் individual பண்றேன். So when I club 2 to the power 2 by 5, I have 4 to the power 5 by 2 minus 2 to the power 5 by 2 minus 4 by 3 times 4 to the power 3 by 2 minus 2 to the power 3 divided by 2. So, இப்போ 4 and 2 எப்படி எழுதலாம்? I can write it as 2 square 5 by 2 minus root 2 the whole square times 5 by 2 bracket 4 by 3 இதையும் 2 square 3 by 2 minus root 2 square times 3 by 2. Why am I doing this? For this to get cancelled. The square term, half term cancel aachna, it is easier for calculation. Equal to 2 by 5 times 2 to the power 5 and 2 into 2 4, 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32 minus root 2 the whole power 5. So root 2 into root 2 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 times root 2 is 4 root 2. This is first bracket minus 4 by 3 times 2 cube is going to be 8 minus root 2 the whole cube is 2 into 2, root 2 into root 2 is 2 times root 2. Okay, so இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன், உள்ள மல்டிப்ளை பண்றேன். So I have 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6 divided by 5 minus 4 2s are 8 minus root 2. இது ஒரு whole division எடுத்துக்கிறேன். Minus I have 4 உள்ள மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா I have 8 4s are 32 minus 4 2s are 8 root 2 divided by 3 inside a bracket. Remember that I have not multiplied this minus inside yet. இன்னும் நான் multiply பண்ணல. Now when I take the LCM is 15. So I can multiply this by 3 and multiply this by 5. So when I do that, I have 64 into 3. 4 3s are 12, 1 6 3s are 18, 19, minus 8 3s are 24 root 2, minus இங்க என்ன இருக்கு 5 2s are 10, 1 5 3s are 15, 16, minus minus plus. Now I am multiplying the minus inside. Times 8 5s are 40. So 40 root 2, the whole divided by 15. So what do I have? 192 minus 160. So அது பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? 192 minus 160 is 32. So this is going to be 32. அப்புறம் இங்க என்ன இருக்கு? I have minus 24 plus 40. இல்லையா? So minus 24 plus 40. So 20 minus 44. This is going to be 6 1 16. So I have plus 16 root 2 divided by 15. When I take the 16 outside, I have 16 times 2 plus root 2 divided by 15. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 5. So I have sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x. So I'm going to substitute for cos x. So cos x equals t, sin x dx with a minus sign equals dt. நமக்கு sin x dx இருக்கு. So sin x dx equals minus dt. Okay. So my x is from 0 to pi by 2. அப்போ t equals cos x. So for x equals 0, what is my value of t? Cos 0, which is 1. X equals pi by 2. So t equals cos pi by 2, which is going to be 0. So 0 to pi by 2 now has become 0 to 1. When I make the substitution, I have 0 to 1 times sin x dx is going to be minus dt divided by 1 plus t square. So this is nothing but minus tan inverse of t from 0 to 1. Okay, understood? This minus is basically this. And dt divided by 1 plus t square integral is going to be tan inverse of t. When I substitute the values, minus common எடுக்கிறேன். I have tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse of 0. So minus tan inverse of 1 is going to be pi by 4 minus tan inverse of 0 is going to be 0. So my final answer is going to be minus pi divided by 4. Okay, please copy. Quite simple in the questions. Question number 6. So இந்த இடத்துல என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? Completing the square. So I have the denominator is x plus 4 minus x square. I am going to multiply by minus 1 for my easier calculation. என்னோட convenience-க்கு நான் பண்ணிக்க போறேன். So it is going to be x square minus x minus 4. Now when I complete the square, this is how the form a square minus 2ab, where my a equals x. So on comparing these two, I have 2xb equals x. So x cancel ஆச்சுனா b equals 1 by 2. So I can add 1 by 2 whole square. I can subtract 1 by 2 whole square. இங்க already ஒரு minus 4 இருக்கு. So from these two equations, I have x square minus x plus 1 by 2 the whole square minus 1 by 2 the whole square is minus 4 divided by 4. So this is going to be x minus half the whole square. And this, when I take the LCM, I have minus 1 minus 4 minus 16 divided by 4. This is going to be minus square root of 17 divided by 2 the whole square. Okay. So here, from here, I have x minus half the whole square minus root 17 divided by 2 the whole square. But இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு minus 1 இருக்கா? So I have to divide by minus 1. So this, from this I have 17 by 2 the whole square minus x minus half the whole square. So now this becomes my integral. So இங்க என்ன இருக்கு? The integral goes from 0 to 2 and dx divided by root 17 by 2 the whole square minus x minus half the whole square. This is how the form integral dx divided by a square minus x square, which is going to be 1 by 2a log mod a plus x divided by a minus x. இதெல்லாம் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? போன எக்ஸசைஸ்லயே போட்டிருக்கோம். Here we are not making any substitution. வெறும் completing the square தான் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So when I do this, I have 1 by 2a log mod. What is my a? Root 17 by 2 plus x, which is x minus half divided by root 17 by 2 minus x minus half. So 1 by 2a. So what is my value of a? 2 times root 17 divided by 2. So in the 2 cancel ஆயிடும். Now I have 1 by root 17 times log mod. When I take the LCM, I have root 17 plus 2x minus 1 divided by 2. The whole divided by root 17 minus 2x plus 1 divided by 2. புரிஞ்சுதா? இந்த minus இந்த இடத்துல 2 ஓட LCM. So 2 times x ஆயிடும். So I have this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Remember, you have to take your limits from 0 to 2. So from 0 to 2. So what do I have here? I have 1 by root 17 log mod root 17 plus 2x minus 1 divided by root 17 minus 2x plus 1 from 0 to 2. So when I substitute the values, what do I have? I'll write in the next step. I have 1 by root 17 times common log mod upper limit. So root 17 plus 2 times 2 minus 1 root 17 minus 2 times 2 plus 1 minus இப்போ lower limit. I have log mod root 17 plus 2 times 0 minus 1 root 17 minus 2 times 0 plus 1. So this, when I simplify, I have 1 by root 17 times log of a minus log of b is going to be log of a divided by b. What is my a? It is going to be this. So log of a divided by, this is going to be my log of b. So when I write that, I have log mod root 17 plus 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1, 3 divided by 17 minus root 17 minus 4 plus 1, which is going to be minus 3 divided by a divided by b. So this is going to be root 17 minus 1 divided by root 17 plus 1. Okay. So this, I'm going to take the reciprocal inside. I'll write it here. So I have 1 by root 17. 1 by root 17 times log mod root 17 plus 3 root 17 plus 3 divided by root 17 minus 3 times, when I take the reciprocal, root 17 plus 1 root 17 minus 1. So root 17 plus 1 root 17 minus 1. Now when I multiply the numerator and the denominator, I'll have 1 by root 17 times log mod root 17 plus 3 root 17 minus 3. So multiply panna, remember you have a bracket here. So this is all inside a bracket. So enna ago multiply panna, root 17 is going to be 17 plus 3 root 17 plus root 17 plus 3 divided by denominator. I have 17 minus 3 root 17 minus root 17 plus 3. So this when I further simplify, log mod 17 plus 3 is going to be 20 plus 4 root 17 divided by 17 plus 3 is again 20 minus 4 root 17. I can take the 4 outside. So root 17 times log mod 4 into 5 plus root 17 divided by 4 into 5 minus root 17. Okay. So I can cancel the 4 and the 4. இப்போ இந்த உள்ள இருக்கிற term மட்டும் I am going to rationalize. I see that in the denominator I have an irrational number. So I am going to rationalize. So 5 minus root 17. I am going to multiply by 5 plus root 17. 5 plus root 17. I am going to rationalize the denominator. So I will have a plus b the whole square is going to be a square plus b square plus 2ab, which is 2 into 5 into root 17 divided by a plus b into a minus b the denominator. So I have a square minus b square. So this when I simplify, I have 5 5s are 25 plus 17 root 17 whole square is 17 plus 10 root 17 divided by 25 minus 17. So I have 25 plus 17 is going to be 42 plus 10 root 17 divided by 25 minus 17 is going to give me 15 minus 7 is 8. Okay. When I take 2 outside, 2 times 21 plus 5 root 17 divided by 8. So this gets cancelled. So I have 21 plus 5 root 17 divided by 4. So when I substitute this in the final answer, I have 1 by root 17 log mod bracket kulla irukkiradhu is going to be 21 plus 5 root 17 divided by 4. Okay. Please copy. This is a long question but easy da. Value substitute panna it is going to be simple. Question number 7. So this is going to be again very simple, completing the square. So I have x square plus 2x plus 5. This is of the form a square plus 2ab. So 2 times x times b is going to be 2x. So b equals 1. So plus 1 square minus 1 square, I have a plus 5. So from these two equations, I have x square plus 2x plus 1 square minus 1 square plus 5. So this is going to be x plus 1 the whole square plus minus 1 plus 5 is going to be 4, which is going to be x plus 1 the whole square plus 2 square. So my integral looks like dx divided by x plus 1 the whole square plus 2 square, and this is of the form dx divided by x square plus a square, which is 1 by a tan inverse of x divided by a, and I substitute that. I have 1 by a tan inverse of x divided by a from minus 1 to 1. Okay, and I substitute that 1 by 2 common எடுக்கிறேன். Tan inverse of minus 1, sorry, tan inverse of upper limit, yeah. So 1 plus 1 divided by 2 minus tan inverse of minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2. புரிஞ்சுதா? Upper limit minus lower limit. So I have half tan inverse of 2 by 2 minus tan inverse of 0 by 2. So this is very simple. Half tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 0. Half times pi by 4. This becomes a 0. Okay. So I have final answer to be pi divided by 8. Okay. Please copy. Question number 8. நம்ம என்ன ஃபார்ம் படிச்சிருக்கோம்? You know that integral of e to the x times f of x plus f dash of x அப்படின்னு இருக்குன்னா times dx. This can simply be written as e to the x times f of x plus c. இந்த மாதிரி எழுதலாம். But what do I notice here? I see that I have a 2x. But இந்த இடத்துல x மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. So I have to make the question in such a form so that I can use this particular formula. Okay? So இதை பண்ணலாமா? So I'm going to take 2x equals t. Okay, 2x ke substitution. So I have 2 times dx equals dt. So dx becomes dt divided by 2. I'm going to make this substitution. And how does my limits change? X travels from 1 to 2. T equals 2x. So x is equal to 1. T equals 2 into 1, 2. X equals 2. T equals 2 into 2, which is 4. So 1 to 2 now becomes 2 to 4. So how does my integral change? 2, 4. times 1 by x, which is going to be 1 divided by t by 2. Correct? X is going to be t by 2. Now I have changed the variable. X lende t ya maathiyachu. Minus 1 divided by 2x square, which is going to be t divided by 2 the whole square, times e to the 2x is going to be e to the t times dt. Okay? Now this will be from 2 to 4. 1 by t divided by 2 is going to be 2 by t. So 2 divided by t minus 1 by 2 times t divided by 2 the whole square is going to be t square mala 2 square times e to the t times dt. புரியுதா? இப்போ 1 divided by 1 by 2 na it becomes 2. இப்போ 1 divided by 3 by 2 it becomes 2 by 3. When it comes to the numerator it becomes the reciprocal. இது நம்ம நிறைய சம்ல போட்டிருக்கோம். Okay? So this when I simplify, I can cancel this and this. So what am I left with? I have, this is going to be integral 2 to 4, 2 by t minus 2 divided by t square times e to the t dt. இது பார்த்த உடனேவே தெரியுது. So this is going to be my f of x. I will check if this is my f dash of x. Check பண்ணலாமா? So I have f of x equals 2 by t, which is going to be 2t to the minus 1. So f dash of x is going to be 2 times minus 1 comes down t minus 1 minus 1. So minus 2 t to the minus 2, which is going to be minus 2 divided by t square. Okay? So this integral I can write it in the form 2 4 e to the t 2 by t plus minus 2 divided by t square times dt. So this is of the form that we need. So this is my f of x and this is my f dash of x. So f dash of x, f of x is going to be this. So this is of the form integral 2 4 e to the t times f of t plus f dash of t times dt, which is going to be e to the t f of t, which is going to be e to the t 2 divided by t from 2 to 4. இந்த இடத்துல definite integral எடுக்கணும். Okay? Remember. So when I do that, I have e to the 4 2 divided by 4 upper limit substitute பண்ணியாச்சு minus e to the 2 2 divided by 2. So this gets cancelled and this gets cancelled. So I have e to the 4 divided by 2 minus e square. So this is my final answer. Okay? Please copy. Question number 9. Choose the correct answer in exercise 9 and 10. So I have the value, I need to find the value of this particular integral. இப்போ numeratorல நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன்? I'm going to avoid the integral for now and I'm going to take only what is inside. Okay? So I have x minus x cube divided by x power 4 and this is to the power 1 divided by 3. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to multiply and divide the numerator by x cube. So I'm going to multiply and divide numerator by x cube. So என்ன ஆகும்? I have x cube divided by x cube times x minus x cube the whole power 1 divided by 3. I'm going to do this and the denominator remains the same. All this is happening inside the cube root. You see I have a 1 by 3 here. Everything is happening inside the cube root. இப்போ என்ன பண்ண போறேன்? I'm going to have the x cube times I'm going to take this x cube inside. So I have x divided by x cube minus x cube divided by x cube to the power 1 by 3 divided by x power 4. So I see that this gets cancelled and this becomes x to the power minus 2. Okay? Now I'm going to take this term outside the cube root. What happens? I have x cube to the power 1 by 3 times x to the minus 2 minus 1 to the power 1 by 3. புரிஞ்சுதா? So this is a to the power m and this is b to the power m. அதை நான் a to the power m into b to the power m னு எழுதிருக்கேன். a to the power a b to the power m equals a to the power m b to the power m னு எழுதிருக்கேன். Here. Okay? Now what happens? The 3 and the 3 gets cancelled. So I have divided by x power 4. So now I have x divided by x power 4 times x to the minus 2 minus 1 inside the cube root. Okay? So this gets cancelled and this becomes x cube. When I bring the x cube to the numerator, I have x to the minus 3 times x to the minus 2 minus 1 to the power 1 by 3. Now, what happens to my integral? Integral நான் இந்த மாதிரி change பண்ணிருக்கேன். So integral travels from 1 by 3 to 1. So my integral looks like 1 by 3 to 1 and what is inside? I have x to the minus 3 times x to the minus 2 minus 1 to the power 1 by 3 times dx. I have only simplified my question. இப்போ இங்க substitution பண்றது easy. So what am I going to do? I have x to the minus 2 minus 1 to be t. When I do this, I have minus 2 x to the minus 3 times dx equals dt. I need x to the minus 3 dx. This is going to be minus dt divided by 2. X oda value is from 1 by 3 to 1. So t ennago? T equals x to the minus 2 minus 1. So this is going to be 1 by x square minus 1. So when x oda value is 1 by 3, I have t equals 1 by 3 square minus 1. So this is going to be 3 square minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. When x oda value is 1, I have t equals 1 by 1 square minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So integral ennago? 1 by 3 to 1 goes from 8 to 0. Okay, you have to notice one thing. First, how does my integral look like after changing? So this is going to be 8 to 0. When I make the substitution, x to the minus 3 times dx is going to be minus dt divided by 2. And x to the minus 2 minus 1 is going to be t. So I have t to the power 1 divided by 3. இப்போ இங்க வந்து I see that the lower limit is greater than the upper limit. But அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கலாமா? இருக்க கூடாது. But what are we going to do? What do you notice? I have a minus here. Minus வெளியில வந்ததுனா I have minus half times 8 0 t to the 1 by 3 dt. Always remember integral of b to a minus dt gives me a to b times dt. அதாவது இந்த minus sign இருந்ததுனா I can remove the minus and interchange the limits. Minus இருந்ததுனா minus plus மாத்திட்டு a வையும் b வையும் position மாத்திடணும். Okay? So I am basically changing the plus minus to plus. இந்த இடத்துல it becomes a plus. Plus and b becomes a and a becomes b. I am going to interchange the limits. So here the minus becomes a plus and this becomes 0 to 8 t to the power 1 by 3 dt. Okay, now it is correct. So in the lower limit is less than the upper limit. Now I can find the integral easily. So I have t to the power 1 by 3 plus 1, 1 by 3 plus 1. But remember you have a 1 by 2 outside. So this is going to be 1 by 2 times t to the power 1 by 3 plus 1 is going to be 4 by 3 times 3 by 4. Divided by 4 by 3 becomes 3 by 4. And I have to substitute the values from 0 to 8. So when I solve that, I'll do it here. So I have half t to the power 4 by 3 times 3 by 4 from 0 to 8. When I solve this, I have 3 divided by 8 bracket la 8 to the power 4 by 3. So 8 to the power 4 by 3 minus 0 to the power 4 by 3. Upper limit minus lower limit. So 3 by 8 times this I can write it as 2 cube to the power 4 by 3 minus 0. Inge 3 cancel achna. I have 3 divided by 8 which is 2 cube times 2 to the power 4. So this gets cancelled. I have 3 2s are 6. Okay. Please copy. So this is my answer. Option A. Okay. Question number 10. So in the இடத்துல I have t times sin t and this is going to be integration by parts. So when I solve the integral, I have integral t sin t from 0 to x. I'll first solve the integral. So first times the second dt minus integral of d by dt of t integral of sin t dt close bracket times dt. So this is going to be t into minus cos t minus integral 1 times minus cos t times dt. இதெல்லாம் நம்ம நிறைய சால்வ் பண்ணியாச்சு. cos t plus integral of cos t dt. So this is going to be minus t cos t plus sin t from 0 to x. So when I substitute upper limit minus lower limit, I have minus x cos x plus sin x. This is upper limit minus the lower limit. So minus 0 cos 0 plus sin 0. So I have 0 times anything is 0. Sin 0 is also a 0. So rendume 0. So what am I left with? Minus x cos x plus sin x. So what we have found out now is my f of x. Ilya, f of x தான் கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம். They are asking for f dash of x. What is asked in the question? So f dash of x is going to be, I need to differentiate this. So sin x or differentiation is going to be cos x. Plus I'm going to differentiate this. So d by dx of minus x cos x. This is going to be v u dash plus uv dash. இல்லையா multiplication differentiationல வந்து multiplication இருந்ததுனா you do it this way. So this is going to be cos x plus the differentiation of this is going to be v u dash. So this is going to be my u and this is going to be my v. So v u dash na cos x times d by dx of minus x plus u v dash. So minus x times d by dx of cos x. So when I solve this, I have cos x plus minus cos x plus in the இடத்துல I have a minus x times d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. So when I open the bracket, cos x minus minus plus side. So plus x sin x. So this gets cancelled. So my final answer is going to be x sin x. So which option is it? Option B. Okay. So with this we are done with this exercise. Let's move on to a new topic. Okay. The last and final topic of this chapter, it's going to be some properties of definite integrals. Definite integrals வளவலன் solve பண்ணாம குட்டி குட்டி tricks ஒரு 7 property கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. If you remember this, your integrals are going to be very easy. Okay. So I have 7 different properties. First property என்ன? ரொம்ப easy. When you change the variable x to t, the limits are going to look the same. So இந்த இடத்துல variable மட்டும் தான் change பண்றோம். So e to the x times dx is going to be e to the t times dt. For example, e to the x times dx is going to be e to the t times dt. Correct தானே? True. So this is true. So you understood the zeroth property. Okay. You have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 properties. So this is your zeroth property. இப்போ next property என்ன? நம்ம போன exerciseல last question பார்த்தோம். So when you have the lower limit as a and upper limit as b, when you change the limits b to a, from a to b, you have a to b here, a and b. If you change it from b to a, you have to remember that you have to put a minus sign. So when you change the limits, when you interchange the limits, you have minus. Okay. So இப்போ last sumல நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? I had integral of minus b to a times some dx இருந்தது. So to get rid of the minus, I'll put a plus and my integral from b to a now becomes a to b times dx. புரிஞ்சுதா? So minus a plus ஆக்கணும்னா interchange the limits, upper limit and the lower limit. Simple. Property 1 முடிஞ்சுது. Now what is my property 2? So when I have limits a to b of some f of x, this I can நடுவுல ஒரு c எடுத்துட்டு வரலாம். So I have a to c, c to b. So how do you understand this? I have some line, I have a and b. So a to b is nothing but when I have a c point in between, in between, or somewhere here or somewhere here, I can say this as a to c, c to b. So இப்படி பண்ணாலும் a to b தானே போகுது. So I'm going to have some intermediate values. This will be very, very useful for modulus function. Okay, that we'll see. So basically a to b is nothing but நடுவுல ஒரு c போட்டுக்கலாம். You can also put one more. You can also put a d. So it will be a to c, c to d, then d to b. You can split into 3 different integrals. Okay, so இந்த மாதிரியும் பண்ணலாம். So this is property 2. Very easy. Next, you have property 3, which is lower limit, upper limit of f of x is going to be lower limit and upper limit. The function becomes lower limit plus upper limit minus x. Lower limit plus upper limit minus x. Lower limit plus upper limit minus x. So in the இடத்துல the x becomes lower limit plus upper limit minus x. அதே formula தான் next property. X becomes lower limit plus upper limit minus x, where my lower limit is 0. So 0 plus upper limit a minus x. So in the formula ரொம்ப useful இருக்கும். So 0 to any integral, you can simply substitute the value of a inside the function and solve it. It becomes very easy. Okay. You will solve questions, then you will understand. So these are the 2 properties. So property 0 enna first, x becomes a t. Property 1 is going to be when you change the sign, the limits interchange. Property 2 is going to be you can bring a c or a d in between and you can split the integrals according to the limits. Property number 3 is you have f of x equals upper limit plus lower limit minus c. அதே தான் property 4, which is going to be upper limit plus lower limit minus x, where you have the lower limit to be 0. So a minus x, upper limit minus x. Okay. Now property number 5, you have 0 to 2a. இப்போ twice of a இருக்குனா, I can split it as 0 to a of f of x, 0 to a of f of 2a minus x. So basically, you have 0 to 2a. So 0 லேந்து 2a வரைக்கும் இருக்கு. இங்க x இருக்கு. So I have 0 to a of f of x and in the remaining என்ன இருக்கு? I have f of 2a minus x. So basically இந்த இடத்துல x, இந்த இடத்துல 2a minus x மாதிரி. Okay, you are splitting it like that. So you have f of x, இந்த இடத்துல you have f of 2a minus x. So this is one property. Property number 5. This we don't use it very much. But இந்த இடத்துல 2 times லாம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா இந்த மாதிரி split பண்ணி போட்டா some easier இருக்கும். Sometimes இது வந்து 0 ஆவே மாறிடும். Okay, that way this is useful. Now property number 6. You need to know this thing. So same thing. 0 to 2a, you can write it as 2 times 0 to a. When can you do that? When f of 2a is going to be f of x. So இப்போ இதே formula தான். So here property number 5, I can basically write this as 0 to a f of x dx plus integral of 0 to a f of 2a minus x times dx. இதுல ரெண்டு இருக்கு. So f of 2a minus x can take two different values. So this can either be f of x or it can be f of minus x. இப்போ f of x இருந்தா இதுவும் add பண்ணா I'll get a 2 which is right here. I'll get a 2. If we are choosing f of minus x, f of x and f of minus x becomes a 0. So அதுதான் இங்க கொடுத்திருக்கு. I have two different conditions. So f of 2a minus x இங்க இருக்கிறது f of x positive function இருந்ததுனா it will be 2 times. If it's a negative function, you're going to subtract. They are going to get subtracted and you'll get a 0. Okay. This is property number 6. Property number 7 enna? You have to understand even function and odd function. Even function na enna? F of minus x. ஒரு functionக்கு minus x போட்டாலும் அது திரும்ப f of x கொடுத்துரும். Odd function, when you put a minus x for the function, you will be getting a minus f of x. Even function, odd function லாம் படிச்சிருக்கோம். In such a case, when you have the integral from minus a to a, அதாவது negative limitல இருந்து positive limit. இவ்வளோ நேரம் we were dealing only with positive limits, a to b, 0 to a, 0 to 2a and all that. When you're dealing with negative to positive, minus a to a, you can omit the negative a by writing it as 2 times 0 to a of f of x if it is a even function. Odd function na it is going to be 0. இதோட proof bookல கொடுத்திருக்கு. So even function வந்ததுனா it is going to be twice of 0 to a f of x. Even function இல்லனா it is going to be a 0. If it's an odd function, it is going to be a 0. Okay? So let us solve some questions. So எல்லா propertiesம் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. Now I have example 28. I have a modulus function here and my integral travels from minus 1 to 2. I have a minus integral. So basically minus 1 lende 2 varaikum podu. I have to understand how my mod function looks. Do you remember? So mod function will take two different values, positive x and minus x. Positive x eppo edukom? X has to be positive values. Negative x when x is all negative. Correct? When x is going to be positive, mod x takes the value positive x and negative when x is less than 0. So இந்த மாதிரி case இருக்கு. So here I have minus 1 to 0 and 0 to 2 because these are the values which are less than 0 and these are the values which are greater than 0. Okay. So I have to check how these values are in between minus 1 and 0 and 0 to 2. Okay. So first I have minus 1 to 0. So what happens to the function? I have x cube minus x inside a mod function. Is this going to be minus x cube minus of x cube minus x illa x cube minus x? So which one should you choose? So let me just take one value which is between minus 1 and 0, which is minus half. இப்போ நான் இதை substitute பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? Let me try and substitute. So I have x cube which is going to be minus 1 by 2 the whole cube minus x which is going to be minus 1 by 2. So this is going to be minus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 2. So what do you notice here? In the இடத்துல 1 by 2 is greater than minus 1 by 8. So this value is going to be positive. So whatever values you substitute in between minus 1 and 0, it is always going to be positive. So this is correct. So first term from 0 minus 1 to 0. From minus 1 to 0, the mod function is going to give me the value x cube minus x. Okay. இப்போ second interval என்ன? 0 to 2. So let me see what happens when it's between 0 and 2. Okay. So I'm going to take the value half. So half substitute panna minus x cube minus x. What does it become? When I substitute the value half, I have half cube minus half, which is going to be 1 by 8 minus 1 by 2. So since this is the bigger function, I'll be getting a negative value. But இப்போ நான் 3 by 2 substitute பண்றேன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, some value that is closer to 2. Okay, that is greater than 1. So this value is less than 1 and this value is greater than 1. So என்ன ஆகும்? When I substitute 3 by 2, I have 3 divided by 2 the whole cube minus 3 divided by 2. So I have 27 divided by 8 minus 3 divided by 2. So in this case, this is the bigger function. So this is going to be positive. So idhile enna theriyudhu? I need to split 0 to 2 also into two different intervals, which is going to be 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. புரிஞ்சுதா? இந்த மாதிரி ரெண்டு வேல்யூவும் செக் பண்ணுவோம். The value that is close to the lower limit also you have to check. The value that is close to upper limit also you have to check. இந்த இடத்துல minus 1 to 0 இருந்தது. அதனால the value that was in between them is going to be minus 1 by 2. But இந்த இடத்துல நம்ம value of 1 substitute பண்ணா you are getting a 0. You cannot substitute the middle value. இப்போ 1 substitute பண்ணிருந்தா you have 1 cube minus 1 which is going to be a 0. So we took a value that is very very close to 0 which is half. But you also have to take a value which is very very close to 2 which is 3 divided by 2. So இந்த மாதிரி எடுக்கும்போது you see that for one value you are getting a negative and the other value you are getting a positive. So in the common interval எழுத முடியாது. You have to split the interval. It has to be 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. So you have three different intervals. What are the intervals? From minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. So basically நம்மளோட interval from minus 1 to 2 has now become minus 1 to 0, அதாவது negative numbers, then 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. Okay, so how does my integral look like now? Minus 1 to 0 la enna irukku? It is going to be positive. Minus 1 to 0 it is going to be positive. So I have x cube minus x. So x cube minus x dx. Next interval is going to be plus 0 to 1. 0 to 1 la enna achu? 0 to 1 la it is going to be negative. So I have minus of x cube minus x. So minus of x cube minus x dx plus integral 1 to 2. 1 to 2 la it is going to be positive. So I have x cube minus x times dx. Okay, இந்த இடத்துல add பண்ணிடாதீங்க open பண்ணி, because the intervals are different. இங்க minus 1 to 0, இங்க 0 to 1, இங்க 1 to 2. Please don't cancel. இப்போ இங்க x cube இருக்கு, இங்க minus x cube இருக்கு, அதை cancel பண்றேன்னு பண்ணக்கூடாது. The limits are completely different, so you cannot cancel them. So let us solve the integral. இப்போ integral solve பண்ணா x cube minus x, when I solve, it becomes x power 4 divided by 4 minus x square divided by 2 from minus 1 to 0. Okay, minus, இந்த minus நான் வெளியில எடுத்துறேன். So I have again x power 4 divided by 4 minus x square divided by 2 from 0 to 1. Third is going to be x power 4 divided by 4 minus x square divided by 2 from 1 to 2. I have three different intervals. Okay, so when I solve them, I have idukku whole இல்லையா? So when I substitute, I have upper limit minus lower limit. So first in the term எடுத்துக்கிறேன். So I have 1 by 4 times upper limit 0 power 4 minus minus 1 power 4 minus 1 by 2 times x square. So 0 square minus of minus 1 the whole square. So I have written the first term. So this is going to be my first term. புரிஞ்சுதா? upper limit minus lower limit for each term. First இந்த termக்கு பண்ணிருக்கேன், அப்புறமா இந்த termக்கு பண்ணிருக்கேன். Okay, now minus of, I am opening the bracket, minus நான் இன்னும் உள்ள multiply பண்ணல. Again 1 by 4 times 1 power 4, take 1 by 4 common எடுத்துக்கிறேன். 1 by 4 times 1 power 4 minus 0 power 4 divided by 4 already வெளில எடுத்தாச்சு. Minus I have x square by 2, so it is going to be 1 divided by 2 times 1 square minus 0 square. So this particular term is also over. Plus, இப்போ third என்ன இருக்கு? I have 1 by 4 times 2 power 4 minus 1 power 4 minus 1 by 2 common எடுத்தா 2 square minus 1 square. புரிஞ்சுதா? You understood this? This is the third term. So this is one term. This is the other term. So I have three different terms. புரிஞ்சுதா? I have substituted upper limit minus lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit for the first function in the particular function. Then again upper limit minus lower limit for the second function. புரிஞ்சுதா? ஒரு functionா போட்டுட்டிருக்கேன். Please be very careful while solving. So now this becomes 1 by 4 times 0 minus 1 minus half times 0 minus 1 minus, now I am opening the bracket, I have minus 1 by 4 times 1 plus 1 by 2 times 1. இந்த இடத்துல 1 இருக்கு, இங்கேயும் 1 இருக்கு. Plus when I open this bracket, I have 1 by 4 times, இங்க என்ன 2 2s are 4, 4 4s are 16, minus 1 is 15, minus this is going to be 4 minus 1 which is 3 divided by 2. Now when I simplify, I have minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 plus 15 by 4 minus 3 divided by 2. So my LCM is going to be 4. So I can multiply wherever I have a 2 with into 2. So into 2 into 2 and also here. So when I do that, I have minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 plus 2 plus 15 minus 6 divided by 4. So when I add these, I have minus 1 minus 6, which is going to be minus 8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 15 is going to be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 divided by 4. So 19 minus 8 is going to be 11. So 11 divided by 4. So this is my final answer. Okay. Please copy. Example 29. So in that I have a sine square x. So when I have a sine square x, how do we usually write? Sine square x is going to be 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2. So this substitute panna poren. And I also see that my integral goes from minus a to plus a. So I have minus a to plus a of f of x dx. I can write this as 2 times integral of 0 to a f of x dx if f of minus x equals f of x, correct? It should be an even function. So this is going to be property number, what did we learn here? Property number 7. So this is from property number 7. If it's an even function, you can write this particular integral. Negative and positive varada 0 to a 2 times of the function if it's an even function. So you have sine square x. It's sine square x an even function. So I have sine of minus x the whole square. When I substitute that, I am again getting minus sine x the whole square, which is again going to be sine square x. So I see that f of minus x is going to be f of x. So yes, it is an even function. So in the formula எழுதலாம். Okay. So my integral changes in such a way to what is my a here? A is going to be pi by 4. So this is my a. So 0 to pi by 4 times 1 minus cos 2x the whole divided by 2 times dx. The 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. So it's a normal integration. So I'm going to do 1 dx minus integral cos 2x dx from 0 to pi by 4. 0 to pi by 4. So this is going to be x from 0 to pi by 4 minus this is going to be cos 2x order integration is sine 2x divided by 2 from 0 to pi divided by 4. So this is pi by 4 minus 0 minus 1 by 2 common adtha. I have sine 2 times pi by 4 minus sine of 2 into 0. So when I simplify, I have pi divided by 4 minus in the it becomes 2 and sine pi by 2 is nothing but 1. So this is going to be minus half into 1 minus 0. So final answer pi by 4 minus half. Okay. Please copy. Now example 30. So in the I see that I have 0 to a. So this integral is nothing but 0 to a of f of x dx can be written as integral of f of upper limit plus lower limit minus x. So upper limit plus lower limit which is 0 minus x times dx. In the so my function changes from integral 0 to pi. X a minus x. What is my a? It is going to be pi. So I have pi minus x times sine of pi minus x divided by 1 plus cos times pi minus x the whole square times dx. Now sine of pi minus x cos of pi minus x from all silver teacups. You have learnt that all silver teacups. This is pi minus x na we are looking at the second quadrant. Second quadrant la sine is positive. So sine of pi minus x is going to be sine x, but cos of pi minus x is going to be minus cos x, but it is inside the square. So this becomes 0 to pi times pi minus x sine x divided by 1 plus minus cos x the whole square. So minus cos x the whole square and it simply becomes plus cos x. So my integral becomes 0 to pi times pi minus x sine x divided by 1 plus cos square x. Okay. So when I add these two, if this is my integral I, if this is my integral I, this is also my integral I. ஏனா I தான நம்ம equate பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். So I தான் நம்ம equate பண்ணிருக்கோம். So I have I equals this particular term. I'm going to add these two. So what do I have? I equals integral x sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x. Also I equals pi minus x sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x. Correct? When I add these two, what do I have? 2i equals integral x sin x plus pi sin x minus x sin x. This I will multiply pi sin x times minus x sin x divided by, it's a common denominator, cos square x times dx. Don't forget the limit. So I have 0 to pi, 0 to pi, 0 to pi. Now what happens? This gets cancelled. So x sin x so minus x sin x so cancel aayidudhu. So I'll be left with 2i equals pi is a constant, integral of sin x dx divided by 1 plus cos square x. So idukapra we can do a normal substitution method. Why did we do it in such a way? In the I see that in the numerator I have a product x into sin x irukku. Ipo veru sin x by 1 plus cos square x irukna nama substitute pannidlam. Cos x equals t, sin x dx equals dt. But here I have a multiplication. Whenever you have a multiplication inside the integral, you have to do integration by parts. But inge oru denominator vera irukku, which is making the sum even more complicated. So in the particular property number 2 or 3 ah? It is going to be property number 4. Property number 4, it makes the integral in such a form that it is easy for calculation. So in the pakam 2i maaridudu. I had now become 2i. Okay. When I do the substitution, cos x equals t minus sin x dx equals dt. But my variable x travels from 0 to pi. Appa t oda value enna? Cos x. So when x equals 0, I have t equals cos 0, which is 1. When x equals pi, I have t equals cos pi, which is minus 1. Correct? So how does my integral change now? I have pi times sin dx is going to be minus dt. So I'll put a minus here, dt divided by 1 plus t square, and my integral from 0 to pi becomes 1 to minus 1. 1 to minus 1. So in that from property, we know that when there is a minus sign, I can interchange the limits. So it becomes pi times minus 1 to 1 dt divided by 1 plus t square. Okay, from which property? Property number, sign again matala, we can change the sign using property number 1. Okay, property number 1 la sign change pannalam. So by using that property, we have changed the sign. Now property number 7 enna solludhu? If the function that is inside is a even function. So if f of t, f of minus t. If f of minus t equals f of t, even function, then limit minus a to a of f of t dt becomes 2 times 0 to a. Negatively and the positive illama 0 to positive of f of t dt. So what is my function here? F of t is going to be 1 divided by 1 plus t square. So when I substitute minus t, it is still going to be 1 divided by minus t the whole square, which is 1 plus t square, and hence this is an even function. It is true. Appa in the formula mathalama. So I can write it as pi times integral 0 to 1 of dt divided by 1 plus t square. So this is nothing but pi times tan inverse of t from 0 to 1. Okay. Now when I apply, I have pi times tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 0, and this is nothing but pi times pi by 4 minus 0. This is pi square divided by 4. Number ivlo nara enna kandupidichitrukom? You are substituting for 2i. So all this you have done is for 2i, where i is our integral. So you have 2i equals pi square by 4. So the final solution is going to be pi square divided by 8. Okay, purinjudha? So what are we first doing? We are applying the property where you have 0 to pi vandu pi minus x, where you can apply pi minus x, and then you are splitting. Split panna enna agum? When you add the two, you see that this is getting cancelled. The product term in the numerator is getting cancelled. So you only have pi times sin x. So this is our usual substitution method la varudhu. Then you are again using a property. So minus 1 to 1 vandadunala you are using a property 2 times 0 to t nu maatrom. Indha edathila minus sign irukku, that you are changing to plus by interchanging the integrals. So idella property use panni nama solve pandrom. In the end, remember you have a 2i. So on the 2i da eludano. So final answer should be in terms of i, because your question is i. Okay? Punjda, it is a little complicated in the beginning, but poda poda you will slowly understand. So do it slowly. 2-3 vaati indha sum potu paarenga. Okay? Now, question number 31. So இதையும் அதே மாதிரி போடலாம். I have negative to positive in the limit. கரெக்டா இந்த இடத்துல -1 to 1 travel ஆகுது. -1 to 1 travel ஆகுது. To make it from 0 to 1, what property do we need? From integral -a to a, f of x dx. You can change it as 2 times f of x dx from 0 to a. If f of x is an even function, illati it is 0 if f of minus x is going to be an odd function. So இது even function, இது odd function. So what is given inside? My f of x is sin 5x cos power 4x. So when I substitute f of minus x, what do I have? Sin 5 minus x cos power 4 minus x. So this is going to be minus sin x to the power 5 minus cos of minus x is always going to be cos x. So this becomes cos power 4x. So minus sin x to the whole power 5 gives me sin power 5x cos power 4x, which is going to be f of minus f of x. Correct? Which is going to be minus f of x. So this is a odd function. So odd function na my integral is going to be 0. So my answer is going to be 0. Answer the integral. What is the integral? Sin 5x cos power 4x minus 1 to 1 gives me a 0. Okay, please copy. இங்க I have 0 to a. So அதே property. இந்த property தான் நம்ம நிறைய யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். So pay attention, solve a lot of questions using this property. என்ன property? 0 to a of f of x dx becomes integral of 0 to a f of upper limit plus lower limit minus x. Upper limit plus lower limit 0 minus x times dx. இப்போ இந்த propertyல a ஓட value என்ன? It is going to be pi divided by 2. So how does my integral change? My I integral changes as 0 to pi by 2 sin of x என்னவா மாறும்? a minus x, which is pi by 2 minus x the whole power 4 divided by sin of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 4 plus cos of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 4 times dx. இப்போ all silver teacups. So all silver teacups. Pi by 2 minus x. So complementary angle, sin becomes a cos, cos becomes a sin. இப்போ pi by 2 minus x na, we are talking about the first quadrant. First quadrantல எல்லாமே positive. Correcta? So everything is positive, no negative signs. So I have I equals 0 to pi by 2. Sin of pi by 2 minus x is going to be cos x to the power 4 divided by, அதே மாதிரி cos power 4x plus cos of pi by 2 minus x is going to be plus sin power 4x times dx. So I have two different i's. I'm going to add the two i. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. I'm going to do 1 plus 2. So 1 plus 2 panna, I have 2i equals integral 0 to pi by 2. I see that the limits are the same, 0 to pi by 2. So இப்போ numerator add பண்ணலாமா? Denominators are same. Denominator என்ன? Sin power 4x, cos power 4x. So numerator add பண்ணலாமா? So I have cos power 4x plus sin power 4x divided by cos power 4x plus sin power 4x times dx. So in the method useful irka? So this completely gets cancelled. So I'll be left with 2i equals integral 0 to pi by 2 times dx. அவ்வளவுதான். இப்போ integral எடுத்தா 2i equals x from 0 to pi by 2. So this is going to be 2i equals pi by 2 minus 0. So இந்த minus 0 omit பண்ணிக்கலாம். So my integral is going to be pi by 4. So this is my final answer. Okay, புரிஞ்சுதா? How these properties are very very useful. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு questionsல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு தெரியுது. Okay. Example 33. So I have 1 plus square root of tan x. Tan x என்ன? Sin divided by cos. So integral மட்டும் என்ன ஆகுது? So I have the integral to be dx divided by 1 plus square root of sin x divided by cos x. This is going to be integral dx divided by LCM எடுத்தா root cos x plus root sin x divided by square root of cos x. So the square root of cos x goes to the numerator. So I have root of cos x divided by root of cos x plus root sin x times dx, and my integral is from pi by 6 pi by 3. Pi by 6 to pi by 3, pi by 6 to pi divided by 3. So இப்போ this is of the form. What do I have? I have both the integrals. So a b ரெண்டுமே இருக்கு. F of x times dx is going to be integral of ab f of upper limit plus lower limit minus x times dx. Okay, so இப்போ what is a plus b minus x? அதை நம்ம first போட்டோம்னா bracketல ஈஸியா இருக்கும். So a ஓட value is going to be 5 by 6 and b ஓட value is 5 by 3. So a plus b minus x is going to be 5 by 6 plus 5 by 3 minus x. When I take the LCM, I have pi plus 2 pi divided by 6 minus x, which is going to be 3 pi divided by 6 minus x, which is nothing but cancel panna pi by 2 minus x. So a plus b minus x is nothing but pi by 2 minus x. அவ்வளவுதான், ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா போச்சு. Complementary angles. So my integral I, so this is my I. So I changes from pi by 6 to pi by 3. The integrals மாறாது, limits மாறாது, உள்ள இருக்கிற value மட்டும் தான் மாறும். So I have square root of cos of x க்கு பதிலா I have to substitute a plus b minus x, which is going to be pi by 2 minus x. So cos of pi by 2 minus x divided by denominatorலயும் அதே கதை தான். So cos of pi by 2 minus x plus root of sin into pi by 2 minus x times dx. So when I solve this, I equals, I have integral from pi by 6 to pi by 3. Square root of cos of pi by 2 minus x is going to give me sin. So sin x divided by denominator la adhe dhaan. So sin x plus square root of sin pi by 2 minus x is going to give me cos x. So I have two different i's. Enna I? Idu or I. Equation 1 and equation 2. When I add, the numerator is going to be root of cos x plus root of sin x. So I have 2i equals pi by 6 to pi by 3. Square root of sin x plus square root of cos x. The denominators are the same. Adnala direct numerator add பண்ணியாச்சு. Cos x times dx. So this is again very similar to the previous question. So I have integral dx. So from this I have 2i equals integral dx. So this is going to be x and the limits are going to be from pi by 6 to pi divided by 3. So I have 2i equals upper limit minus lower limit. So I have 2i equals LCM edutha 2 pi minus pi divided by 6, which is going to be pi by 6. Appa I oda value enna? Pi divided by 12. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Example 34. So 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x. இங்கேயும் அதே தான் யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம். So I have 0 to a of f of x dx is going to be what property? 0 to a of f of a minus x times dx. So this is going to be my I. So இப்போ I என்ன ஆக போகுது? I equals, the limit remains the same, log of sin of x க்கு பதிலா pi by 2 minus x times dx. What is sin of pi by 2 minus x? It is going to be 0 to pi by 2 of log of sin of pi by 2 is going to be cos x times dx. So now when I add the two, I have 2i equals 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x plus log of cos x times dx. So when I use the property log a plus log b, it is going to be log of a into b. So this is going to be 2i equals 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x times cos x. Multiply by 2, correct? So I'll remove this bracket. I can multiply by 2 and divide by 2 to get sin of 2x. Sin 2x is going to be 2 sin x cos x. So this is nothing but 2i equals 0 to pi by 2. This is now of the form log a divided by log b, log of a by b, which can be written as log of a minus b. Which one? So log of 2 sin x is nothing but sin 2x minus 1 by 2 irukku illaya. So log of 2 times dx. So this when I split, I have 2i equals 0 to pi by 2 log of sin 2x அப்படியே இருக்கு minus log 2 is a constant integral dx from 0 to pi divided by 2. So now this particular term becomes log 2 times x from 0 to pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus 0. So this will be log 2 times pi by 2. So this is this particular term. புரிஞ்சுதா? இப்போ இந்த term என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? இந்த termல I'm going to substitute for x. So 2x equals t. So 2 dx equals dt. So when I do the substitution, also the limits change. So x oda value travels from 0 to pi by 2. So when x oda value is 0, I have t equals 2x, 2 into 0, which is 0. X oda value pi by 2 na, t equals 2 into pi by 2, which is going to be pi. So how does my limit change? The question now becomes 2i equals 0 to pi maridom log of sin t times dt divided by 2. dx equals dt divided by 2. Yeah. So 1 by 2. And this is my first integral minus inga enna vandhudu pi by 2 times log 2. So property number 6 la enna theriyum? Integral 0 to 2a of f of x dx is 2 times f of x dx from 0 to a. 2a becomes a if f of 2a minus x equals f of x. Correct? Ipo adha substitute panni paapoma. So what is this? I have f of x to be log sin x. So when I do f of 2a minus x, which is going to be f of, what is my limit? Pi minus x. I have log of sin x, sin of pi minus x. So sin of pi minus x, and we are talking about the second quadrant. Second quadrant la sin is positive. So this is nothing but log of sin x. So hence this is true. So in the formula idha maatalama. So 2i equals half times 2 integral 0 to a, which is pi by 2. In the இடத்துல 2a enna? 2a is going to be pi. So a equals pi divided by 2. This is property number 6. எல்லா ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியும் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். எப்படியெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணணும் நம்ம தான் யோசிக்கணும் tricks. So the more questions you solve, you will understand the tricks better. So 0 to pi by 2 times f of x enna? Log of sin t times dt minus pi by 2 log 2. Ipo there is one more property, which is property 0, which says that integral 0 to a of f of x dx is 0 to a of f of t dt. Correct? X simply t ya maatha mudiyum nammalaala. So apdi maathna enna agum? This becomes log of sin x times dx from 0 to pi by 2, which is nothing but our question. Correct? 0 to pi by 2 times log x. So this is nothing but my question. The 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. So what do I have here on this side? So I have 2i equals I minus pi by 2 log 2. So when I bring the I to the other side, I have 2i minus I, which is I, equals minus pi by 2 times log 2. So this is my final answer. In the answer varadhukku ivlo dooram nama eludum. So what all properties am I using here? So I'm using property number 4 here. What other property am I using? I'm using property number 6 here, and I'm using property number 0 here. So I've used 3 different properties. Okay? And substitution method in between. Substitution panna definite integral change agudhu. So with this we are done with the example questions. Let's move on to exercise questions. Okay? Moving on to the last and final exercise of the chapter, exercise 7.10. So, first question. So, in the subsection lendo, in the exercise lendo, in the chapter la definite integrals la, you will mostly be using property number 4. Property number 4, which is going to be 0 to a of f of x dx ni irundaduna, it becomes 0 to a. The limits does not change. So, this becomes f of upper limit plus lower limit minus x. Upper limit enna? A. Plus lower limit enna? 0 minus x. So f of a minus x times dx. So in the property da nama first 4 questions ku use panna porom. Okay? So I have integral of 0 to pi by 2 cos square x. So when I use this property, I have 0 to pi by 2 of cos times x enava maatha poren? A minus x, where my a value is pi divided by 2. So a minus x is going to be pi by 2 minus x the whole square times dx. Okay, so ipo cos of pi by 2 minus x enna? Complementary. So cos becomes a sin. Whether it is positive or negative, eppadi theriyum? All silver teacups. Pi by 2 minus x na, we are talking about the first quadrant. This is my pi by 2. First quadrant na, everything is going to be positive. So I'll get I is nothing but I'll take the question to be I. So I equals integral of 0 to pi by 2 times sin square x times dx. This is what I get. So what do I see from here? I have I equals something and I equals something. I can add the two. So let this be my equation 1 and let this be my equation 2. So I'm going to add 1 plus 2. So in the definite integrals in the property la, it makes the question much simpler and you mostly add. In the mari questions la, you only keep adding. So when you do that, I have 2i. Left hand side la enna irukku? I plus I, 2i. And the integral is the same. So I have 0 to pi by 2. And you have cos square x plus enna irukku? Sin square x times dx. So cos square x plus sin square x and it is going to be 1. So 0 to pi by 2 dx times 2i. So 2i equals dx from 0 to pi by 2. So what happens? Upper limit minus lower limit na இந்த பக்கம் என்ன இருக்கு? Pi by 2 minus 0. You see that the integral has now become very simple. So இப்போ நம்ம final answer என்ன? I equals pi divided by 4. The 2 comes down and I have pi divided by 4. So this is my final answer. Rather than substituting for cos square x, நம்ம usually என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? You do cos square x equals 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. Sin square x க்கு திரும்ப அதை பண்ணுவோம். So இப்போ இந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணதுனால என்னாச்சு? நம்மளோட இன்டெக்ரலே ரொம்ப சின்னதாயிடுச்சு. So the cos square x plus sin square x has simply become dx. Okay, so this is the advantage of this particular process. இப்போ second question லயும் நீங்க அதை பாப்பீங்க. See, so the integral I is going to be I equals integral from 0 to pi by 2 of இந்த இடத்துல a is again going to be pi divided by 2. So using the same property, integral of f of a minus x. So I'm going to have square root of sin times pi by 2 minus x divided by integral square root of pi by 2 minus x plus square root of cos of pi by 2 minus x times dx. Again, sin of pi by 2 minus x is going to give me cos x complementary divided by square root la, and this is also going to be cos x plus square root of sin x from 0 to pi by 2. First quadrant, everything is positive. அதனால எல்லாமே பாசிட்டிவா வருது. So I have two different i's. I'm going to add the two. So I have 2i equals integral from 0 to pi by 2. Numeratorல என்ன இருக்கு? Since the denominators are the same. You see, இங்கேயும் denominator root sin x plus root cos x. இங்கேயும் denominator root sin x plus root cos x. So I can add the numerators. So I have root sin x plus root cos x divided by root sin x plus root cos x times dx. So from here, I see that the numerator and the denominator completely get cancelled. So now again the integral has become very simple. So I have 2i equals integral of dx, which is going to be x from 0 to pi by 2. So 0 to pi by 2. So then I go 2i equals pi by 2 minus 0. So I equals pi divided by 4 again. Okay? Please copy. So questions in the மாதிரி simple change ஆயிடுது. Again, third question. It is again going to be very very similar. So என்ன ஆக போகுது? Again same thing. You will get the exact same thing. The pi by 2 minus x பண்ணா you will get cos to the power 3 by 2 times x. மேல numeratorலையும் denominatorலையும் same value. So integral of dx. Okay, simple. So இதோட value என்ன வரப்போகுது? pi by 4 தான் வரப்போகுது. So let us solve along with me. So I have, according to the property, I equals, this is also my I equals 0 to pi by 2 times sin of x க்கு பதில pi by 2 minus x to the power 3 by 2 divided by sin of pi by 2 minus x to the power 3 by 2 plus cos of pi by 2 minus x to the power 3 by 2. என்ன பண்றேன்? From integral 0 to a of f of x dx, I'm substituting 0 to a of f of a minus x dx, where my a value is pi divided by 2. இதை தான் நான் பண்றேன். So times dx, this is nothing but I equals 0 to pi by 2 of sin of pi by 2 minus x is cos x to the power 3 by 2 divided by, again, cos x to the power 3 by 2 plus cos of pi by 2 minus x is sin x to the power 3 by 2 times dx. When I add the two i's, I have 2i equals integral of 0 to pi by 2. Numeratorல, since the denominators are equal, இங்கேயும் denominator ஒன்று தான், இங்கேயும் denominator ஒன்று தான், I can add the numerators. I have sin 3 by 2x, sin to the power 3 by 2x plus cos to the power 3 by 2x divided by, கீழே என்ன இருக்கு? Cos to the power 3 by 2x plus sin to the power 3 by 2x times dx. So I can again cancel the numerator and the denominator. So I'll be left with 2i equals integral of dx is going to be x from 0 to pi by 2. So I equals pi by 4. Okay? இந்த மாதிரி தான் நிறைய questions வரும். Again, same thing for this. So இதுக்கும் என்ன ஆக போகுது? When I apply the integral, I have 0 to pi by 2. I equals cos of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 5 divided by sin of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 5 plus cos of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 5 times dx. So this is going to be I equals 0 to pi by 2. Cos of pi by 2 minus x is sin 5 to the power x. Sine illa cos. So sine of 5 by 2 minus x is going to be cos power 5 times x plus this is going to be sine power 5x times dx. So when I add the 2i, I have integral 0 to pi by 2. Since the denominators are the same, I have cos power 5x plus numerator sine power 5x divided by common denominator cos power 5x plus sine power 5x times dx. Again, these two get cancelled. So I have 2i equals integral dx is going to be x from 0 to pi by 2. So I equals pi divided by 4. I another nammaloda integral. So that is my final solution. Okay, please copy. So first 4 sums were quite simple. Now fifth question. Fifth question la I see that I have integral from minus, அதாவது minus 5 to plus 5 வந்திருக்கு. There are two different options where you can use property number 2 or property number 7. இப்போ property number 2 என்ன சொல்லுது? I have property number 2 which says that my integral from a to b can be split into a to c plus c to b. So இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல minus 5 to 5 travel ஆகிறதுனால I can maybe take a number which is 0 in between, which is இந்த பக்கம் 0 க்கு leftல it is all going to be negative and 0 க்கு rightல it is all going to be positive. So this is one option. What is my other option? If integral minus a to a of f of x இருக்குன்னா I can change this to 0 to a 2 times of f of x dx if f of minus x equals f of x, or 0 if f of minus x is going to be minus f of x, even function or odd function. So this is my property number 7. So there are two different options. But in that I see that I have a mod function. I cannot really say if this is going to be a even function or this is going to be an odd function. Correct? There are going to be two different values. And x mod kuduthirukku, x plus 2 la mod la kuduthirukku. So you know that mod x will take positive value and negative value when x is greater than 0 and x is less than 0. So adhe mari x plus 2 ku enna kadaikum? X plus 2 can be positive x plus 2 when x plus 2 is greater than 0 and negative x plus 2 when x plus 2 is less than 0, which means I can split the values from x greater than minus 2 and x less than minus 2. Correct? Integral in the mari split pannalama. So I have minus 5 to 5 and in between I have minus 2. So the values that are to the left of minus 2 are going to be negative and the values that are going to be to the right of minus 2 are going to be positive. So nama integral la eppadi split panna porom? We are going to use property number 2. So when I use that property number 2, so integral from minus 5 to 5, yeah? So minus 5 to 5 mod x plus 2 times dx becomes minus 5 to minus 2. From minus 5 to minus 2, it is going to take negative values. So minus of x plus 2 plus integral minus 2 to 5, it is going to take positive values. So x plus 2 times dx. So when I solve the integral, I have minus times integral of x is going to be x square divided by 2 plus integral of 2 is going to be 2x plus ingeo integral of x is going to be x square by 2 plus integral of 2x is going to be this, but in the இடத்துல it is going to be from minus 5 to minus 2 and here it is going to be from minus 2 to 5. Okay, when I substitute the values, I have minus na velila eduthukuren, upper limit which is going to be minus 2 the whole square divided by 2 plus 2 into minus 2. This is going to be upper limit minus lower limit. So in the minus na common எடுத்துக்கிறேன், minus lower limit which is going to be minus 5 square divided by 2 plus 2 into minus 5 close bracket. Okay, so this minus is for the whole term plus now the second term upper limit. So upper limit na 5 square by 2 plus 2 into 5 upper limit minus the lower limit which is going to be minus 2 the whole square by 2 plus 2 into minus 2. So when I solve this, what do I have? Minus open bracket. First bracket la I have minus 2 the whole square 4. 4 by 2 is going to be 2 minus 2 2s are 4. So this is my first bracket minus. In that minus 5 the whole square is 25. So 25 divided by 2 minus 10. First bracket plus in the bracket la enna irukku 25 divided by 2 plus 10 minus 2 square by 2 which is going to be 4 by 2 which is 2 minus 2 2s are 4. Okay, when I open the bracket, I have minus into inge ulla enna irukku minus 2 minus 25 by 2 plus 10 plus when I open this bracket, I have 25 by 2 plus 10 minus of 2 minus 4 is minus 2, so I have a plus 2. Okay, so when I open this bracket, multiply the minus inside, I have 2 plus 25 by 2 minus 10 plus 25 by 2 plus 12. Okay, or plus 10 plus 2. What gets cancelled? Minus 10 and plus 10 gets cancelled. So I'll be left with 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 25 by 2 plus 25 by 2 is 50 divided by 2, which is going to be 4 plus 25, which is 29. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Calculation la careful போடுங்க. Upper limit minus lower limit minus sign எல்லாமே careful போடுங்க. Okay. Now, similar to the previous question. So, இந்த இடத்துலையுமே என்ன இருக்கு? I have mod of x minus 5 and my limits are from 2 to 8. So, இப்போ இந்த in between value என்னன்றதை கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். So, I have mod of x minus 5 takes two values, which is x minus 5 and minus of x minus 5. When x minus 5 is greater than 0 and x minus 5 is less than 0. So, x is greater than 5 and x is less than 5. So, the middle value is going to be 5. So, how does my integral change? From 2 to 8, the mod function looks like 2 to 5. It is going to be negative. Correct? So, it is going to be negative. From 2 to 5, it is less than 5. It is going to be negative. And greater than 5, it is going to be positive. So, negative na x minus 5 times dx plus 5 to 8, it is going to be positive. So, x minus 5 times dx. Okay. So, this I have the minus sign inside. Bracket la x minus 5 integrate panna, I have x square divided by 2 minus 5x from 2 to 5 plus again x square by 2 minus 5x from 5 to 8. Okay, exactly like the previous question. So, I have minus of, let me open the bracket, upper limit minus lower limit. So, first upper limit 5 square by 2 minus 5 into 5 upper limit minus lower limit. So, 2 square by 2 minus 5 into 2. First term over. Second term, I have 8 upper limit, which is going to be 8 square by 2 minus 5 into 8 upper limit minus lower limit. So, 5 square by 2 minus 5 into 5. Use whichever method is comfortable for you. Upper limit minus lower limit, eppadi vena pannalam. Okay. So, this is going to be bracket la enna irukku? 5 square by 2 is going to be 25 by 2 minus 25 minus 2 square by 2. So, ஒரு 2 cancel ஆயிடும். So, I have 2 minus 10, which is going to be minus 8. This is my first bracket. Plus, when I open this, I have, this gets cancelled. 8 8s are 64. 64 divided by 2. 64 divided by 2 is 32. Minus 8 5s are 40. Minus, in the bracket I have 5 square, which is 25 by 2. Minus 5 5s are 25. Okay. Now, when I open the bracket, minus அப்படியே இருக்கட்டும். 25 by 2 minus 25 plus 8. Minus into minus. Then, this becomes 32 minus 40 is minus 8. Minus, when I multiply the minus inside, minus 25 by 2 plus 25. So, minus ulla multiply panta. I have multiplied the minus inside the bracket. Now, I am going to multiply this minus inside the bracket. So, I have minus 25 by 2 plus 25 minus 8 minus 8 minus 25 by 2 plus 25. So, let me club two terms. So, minus 25 by 2 minus 25 by 2, which becomes minus 50 divided by 2. Then I have plus 25 plus 25, which is going to be plus 50 minus 16. Okay. So, this is going to be minus 25 plus 50 minus 16. So, this is nothing but 25 minus 16, which is going to be 25 minus 16 panna 15 minus 6, which is going to be 9. Okay. So, my answer is going to be 9. Pay attention while solving. Definite integral la adu onnu dhaan problem. Okay. Mathabadi it's easy. Question number 7. So, this is again of the form 0 to a of f of x dx. So, using property number 4. நம்ம first 4 questions la solve பண்ணாலும் அதே property தான். This property you use it a lot. அதனால இதை ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. So, this is going to be 0 to a of f of a minus x times dx. So, when I apply that, this is my integral. So, I have I equals 0 to 1 of a minus x. A oda value enna 1. So, 1 minus x. So, instead of x, I have to put 1 minus x. Bracket la 1 minus of 1 minus x to the power n times dx. So, I have 0 to 1 of 1 minus x times, inge bracket la enna irukku 1 minus 1 plus x to the power n times dx. So, this is nothing but integral of 0 to 1 of 1 minus x. The 1 and the 1 gets cancelled. So, I have x power n times dx. So, I can multiply the x power n inside. I have x power n minus x power n plus 1 times dx. The integral has become much simpler. So this when I integrate, integral of 0 to 1 x power n dx minus integral 0 to 1 x power n plus 1 dx. So this is going to be x power plus 1 from 0 to 1 minus x power plus 1 from 0 to 1. Okay, integral ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? So this is going to be 1 by n plus 1 times upper limit minus lower limit. You have to substitute for x. n க்கு substitute பண்ணிடாதீங்க. So it is going to be 1 power n plus 1 minus 0 power n plus 1, which is 0, minus இங்க என்ன இருக்கு? n plus 2 times 1 power n plus 2 minus 0 power n plus 2. So this is going to be 1 by n plus 1 minus 1 by n plus 2. So when I take the LCM, I have n plus 2 minus n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 times n plus 2, which is going to be n plus 2 minus n plus 1 minus n minus 1 divided by n plus 1 times n plus 2. N gets cancelled. So I have 1 divided by n plus 1 times n plus 2. Okay, please copy. 8th question. Again using property number 4. So I have I equals integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan of, instead of x, pi by 4 minus x times dx. இப்போ tan of a minus b formula என்ன தெரியும்? Tan of a minus b is going to be tan a minus tan b divided by 1 plus tan a tan b. Correct? So what is my tan a? Tan a is going, I'll write it here. So tan of pi by 4 minus x is going to be tan a, tan pi by 4 minus tan b divided by 1 plus tan a tan b, which is going to be x. So this is tan pi by 4 and tan 45. So 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan x. So this is inside the integral. So I have I equals 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan x times dx. So when I take the LCM inside the log function, 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x plus 1 minus tan x divided by 1 plus tan x times dx. So this is going to be, this gets cancelled. Tan x minus tan x cancel I know. So I'll be left with 0 to pi by 4 of log of 2 by 1 plus tan x times dx. Now this is going to be my I and this is also my I. So when I add these two, what do I have? Log function irundale add panna try pannunga. So 2i equals integral 0 to pi by 4. What is my question? Log of 1 plus tan x. So log of 1 plus tan x times dx plus log of 2 by 1 plus tan x dx. I'm adding the 2 and this is of the form log a plus log b, which is going to be log of a times b. So when I do that, it's going to be 2i equals 0 to pi by 4 log of a times b. So 2 by 1 plus tan x times dx. Simple aidcha? So I can cancel the 1 plus tan x and the 1 plus tan x. So I'll be left with 2i equals 0 to pi by 4 log 2 times dx. Log 2 is a constant which I can take it out. So log 2 integral dx is going to be x from 0 to pi by 2. So this is going to be log 2 times pi by 2 minus 0, which is 2i equals pi by 2 log 2, and my final I is going to be pi by 4 times log 2. Okay, please copy. Question number 9. Again using property number 4. So my a value is going to be 2. So this is my integral I. So I now becomes 0 to 2 of, wherever I have x, I have to substitute by 2 into 2 minus x. According to the formula 0 to a f of a minus x dx according to the property number 4. Okay. So this is going to be a minus x na 2 minus x square root of 2 minus x ku 2 minus x times dx. Similar to question number 7. So 2 minus x square root of 2 minus 2 plus x times dx. So this is 0 to 2. 2 minus x square root of 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. I have square root of x. So square root of x can be written as x to the power half times dx. So multiplying that inside, I have x to the 2 times x to the half minus x power 1 by 2 times dx. So when I split the integral, I have 2 integral x to the power half from 0 to 2 minus integral x power 3 by 2 times dx 0 to 2. So taking the integral, I have 2 times opening the bracket x to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 becomes a 2 by 3. I'll write it in the next step. This becomes x power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2. Correct? X to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1. Ivlo integral solve பண்ணதுனால உங்களுக்கும் direct answer தெரியணும். Okay? From 0 to 2. From 0 to 2. So this is going to be 2 times 3 by 2 becomes 2 by 3. Inside the bracket, I have upper limit minus lower limit. So 2 to the power 3 by 2 minus 0 to the power 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2 becomes 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 times 2 to the power 5 by 2 minus 0 to the power 5 divided by 2. So இப்போ 2 எப்படி எழுதலாம்? root 2 the whole square எழுதலாமா? So that I am going to do. So 4 by 3 times root 2 the whole square times 3 by 2 minus 2 by 5 times root 2 the whole square times 5 divided by 2. So the 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. So I'll be left with 4 by 3 times root 2 the whole cube, which is going to be 2 root 2 minus 2 by 5 times root 2 the whole power 5. Root 2 the whole power 5 na 5 times, which is going to be root 2 into root 2 into root 2 into root 2. This becomes 4. 2 2s are 4. So 4 root 2. When I take the LCM, LCM is going to be 15. So I have 8 root 2 times 5 divided by 15 minus 8 root 2 times 3 divided by 15. So I have 40 root 2 minus 8 3s are 24 root 2 divided by 15. So 40 minus 24 is going to give me 16 root 2 divided by 15. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 10. Again, using property number 4, we have I equals, this is also my I. So I equals 0 to pi by 2. I'm going to take the 2 to the power. So I have log of sine x the whole square minus log of sine 2x times dx. So log of a minus b formula irukku. I can write it as 0 to pi by 2 of log of a by b, which is going to be sine square x divided by sine 2x times dx. Now sine square x divided by sine 2x எப்படி simplify பண்ணலாம்? Sine square x divided by sine 2x is nothing but 2 sin x cos x. I can cancel 1 sin x and this. So I'll have half tan x. So that will be inside this function. So I'll be having integral of 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x divided by 2 times dx. Okay. So this is my I. Now when I apply property number 4, my a value is pi divided by 2. So f of a minus x in substitute panno. So I have 0 to pi by 2 log of half times tan of pi by 2 minus x times dx. So this is nothing but 0 to pi by 2 of log of half tan of pi by 2 minus x becomes cot x, and pi by 2 minus x now we are talking about the first quadrant where everything is positive. So cot of x. Now when I add the 2, so I have 2i equals integral of 0 to pi by 2 log of cot x divided by 2 plus tan x divided by 2. So I'm basically adding I equals log of tan x by 2 and I equals log of cot x divided by 2. So when I add these two, sorry, I should not add it like this. It is log of cot x by 2 plus log of tan x divided by 2. Log kulla add addition kadayadu. It is log of cot x by 2 plus log of tan x by 2 times dx. So this is of the form log a plus log b. I can write this as log of a into b. So 2i equals 0 to pi by 2 log of a into b, which is cot x by 2 times tan x divided by 2. Tan x is nothing but 1 by cot. So basically the cot and the tan gets cancelled. Cot x is nothing but 1 by tan x. So 1 by tan x and they get cancelled. So what is inside the log function? I have 2i equals log of 1 by 4 integral 0 to pi by 2 times dx. Only dx is left. Log of 1 by 4 comes outside. So this is going to be log of 1 by 4 times x from 0 to pi by 2, which is log of 1 by 4 times pi divided by 2 is 2i. So I equals pi by 4 log of 1 by 4. Log of 1 by 4 எப்படி simplify பண்ணி எழுதலாம்? Log of 1 by 4 is nothing but log 1 minus log 4. Log 1 is a 0, so I have 0 minus log 4 can also be written as 2 square, which is minus 2 log 2. So my final answer can also be written as pi by 4 times minus 2 log 2. So this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. So I'll be left with minus pi by 2 log 2. Okay? Try to have a whole number inside the log function whenever you're solving. Now, question number 11. So here it is of the form minus a to a of f of x dx. So நமக்கு ரெண்டு ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி தெரியும். We know property number 2 and 7. இப்போ 2 என்ன சொல்லுது? When you have from negative to positive, there could be some value where all the values to the right of left of the value is negative and to the right of the value is positive. So இது property number 2. இப்போ property number 7 என்ன சொல்லுது? You know that minus a to a of f of x dx equals 2 times 0 to a. Instead of the negative a, it becomes 2 times 0 to a of f of x. But on what condition? If f of minus x. If f of minus x equals f of x, which is a even function, and 0, you have two different cases. And 0, if f of minus x is going to be minus f of x. In the இடத்துல நம்ம f of x என்ன? f of x is going to be sine square x. So f of minus x is going to give me sine of minus x the whole square. So minus sine x the whole square, which is going to be f of x. So this is an even function. So I can change the integral in such a form. So 0 to pi by 2 of sine square x dx 2 times, because this is a even function. So this can further be written as using property number 4. Using property 4 na enna? You know f of a minus x, where a is going to be pi divided by 2. So இது அந்த ஃபார்ம்ல எழுதலாமா? So 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 sine of, instead of x, pi by 2 minus x the whole square times dx. So this is my I and this is also my I. Okay, the rendume I தான். So now my I equals 2 times 0 to pi by 2 cos x the whole square times dx. Now I'm going to add these two. I'm going to add this and this. So 2i equals 2 integral sine square x dx plus 2 integral cos square x dx. Okay, I can take the 2 common. 2 common adutha I have integral of sine square x dx plus cos square x dx. இந்த பக்கம் ஒரு 2i. So I can cancel the I and the I. So what will be my final answer? இந்த இடத்துல integral limits are going to be 0 to pi by 2. So this is nothing but I equals integral of sine square x plus cos square x is going to be 1 times dx from 0 to pi by 2. So I equals x from 0 to pi by 2, which is going to be pi divided by 2. So this is my answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 12. Again, using property number 4, this is going to be my I. Now my I becomes 0 to pi. A oda value is going to be pi. So f of pi minus x using property 4. So I have pi minus x divided by 1 plus sine of pi minus x. Sine of pi minus x now we are in the second quadrant. Second quadrant plus sine is positive. So what will I have? This is going to be pi minus x divided by 1 plus sine x from 0 to pi. When I add these two, when I add this and this, I have 2i equals 0 to pi minus x plus x. I see that the denominators are the same. 1 plus sin x, 1 plus sin x. So denominator same now, I can add the numerator. So I'll be left with this, where my x and the x gets cancelled. Correct? So this is 2i equals integral of 0 to pi times, pi is a constant, dx divided by 1 plus sine x. Okay, so this is my 2i now. I another, I equals, I'll write it again. So I equals pi divided by 2. 2i equals pi times na, I equals pi divided by 2. Property number 6 tells me integral of 0 to 2a of f of x dx can be written as 2 times integral of 0 to a. Instead of 2a, I can write it as f of 2 times f of x dx if, what is the condition? F of 2a minus x equals f of x. Is that the case here? 2a na enna, in the இடத்துல my 2a is going to be pi according to this property. So pi minus x. In the இடத்துல sign of pi minus x is again going to be pi minus x. So this satisfies the condition. So I am going to use property number 6. So my I now becomes pi by 2 times 2. In the இடத்துல 2 times integral of 0 to a. If my value of 2a equals pi, my value of a is going to be pi divided by 2. Okay, so pi by 2, 1 divided by 1 plus sin x times dx. எதனால நான் இப்படி மாத்துறேன்? இந்த மாதிரி பைனே வச்சிருந்தா I cannot further proceed. I need a pi by 2 for the values to change. அப்பதான் நம்மளால இல்லனா questionே சுத்தி வந்துட்டே இருக்க வேண்டியதான். Okay, so now the 2 and the 2 gets cancelled and I can again use property number 4 here. So when I use property number 4 for this, I will have I equals pi times integral 0 to pi by 2. Now my value of a is going to be pi by 2 and I am going to do f of pi by 2 minus x. அப்பதானே complementary மாறும். So I can do 1 divided by 1 plus sine of pi by 2 minus x times dx. And this becomes pi times 0 to pi by 2, 1 divided by 1 plus cos x times dx. Okay. Here I can write 1 plus cos x as pi 0 to pi by 2. 1 divided by 1 plus cos x is nothing but cos square x divided by 2 cos square x divided by 2. Cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. So 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x divided by 2. Now how does my integral look like? I equals pi times 0 to pi by 2. I can take the 1 by 2 outside. 1 divided by cos square x is nothing but secant square x divided by 2 times dx. So this is going to be pi by 2 times secant square x by 2 oda integration is going to be tan x by 2, but the coefficient of x is going to be 1 by 2 from 0 to pi divided by 2. So I have pi by 2 times denominator la 1 by 2 becomes 2 by 1. So 2 times, now open bracket, tan 1 by 2 times pi by 2, substituting the value for x upper limit, minus tan 1 by 2 times x, which is 0. X divided by 2 is 1 by 2 times x. Ilya? So here I can cancel the 2 and the 2. So pi times tan pi by 4 minus tan 0. So this is pi times 1 minus 0, which is pi. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 13. So here I am going to use property number 7. So I have minus a to a of f of x dx is going to be 2 times integral 0 to a of f of x dx if it's a even function and 0 if it's a odd function. Inga f of x enna? F of x is going to be sin x the whole power 7. When I substitute f of minus x, I'll be getting sin of minus x the whole power 7, which is going to be minus sin x the whole power 7, which is minus sin x, which is minus f of x, which is odd function. So odd function na the value is going to be 0. Even function na eppadi varum? F of minus x is going to be f of x nu varum. So this is my even function, but in this case it is an odd function. So my answer is going to be 0. So integral oda value is 0. Okay, please copy. Here it is going to be a similar question, but here I have 0 to 2 pi. So if 0 to 2a kanaka 0 to a nu eppadi maathalam? So f of x times dx I can change it as 0 to a, not 2a. So 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f of 2a minus x equals f of x. Okay, let's see if this is the case. So cos of, in the இடத்துல 2a is going to be 2 pi. So when I do that, f of 2 pi minus x is going to be cos of 2 pi minus x the whole power 5. 2 pi minus x na enga irukku? This is pi minus x, 3 pi by 2 minus x, 2 pi minus x is in my fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant na this is going to be cos x to the power 5. So this is true, so I can change it in such a form. What is this property? This is property number 6. Okay, it is in my fourth quadrant and cos is positive in my fourth quadrant, all silver teacups. So using that, my question changes like this. Ennava marudhu, 0 to 2 pi becomes 0 to pi 2 times f of x, which is cos power 5x times dx. This is how my question looks like. Again, when I use property number 6, what is property number 6? Integral of 0 to 2a of f of x dx can be 2 to the power of 2 from 0 to a f of x dx if f of 2a minus x equals f of x. Rendavathu option enna? 0 if f of 2a minus x is equal to f of minus x. Ippo nammaloda function enna? It is going to be cos power 5x. So here now my 2a is going to be pi. I am using the exact same property. In the இடத்துல 2 pi irundhudu. So my 2 pi was my a initially. So this was my a initially. Now my new integral is going to be this. Now my 2a is going to be pi. So when I again apply, so f of 2a minus x equals f of pi minus x. What is my f of x? F of x is going to be cos x the whole power 5. So when I apply this, I have cos of pi minus x the whole power 5. But cos of pi minus x enna? When I do all silver teacups, pi minus x is in the second quadrant and second quadrant cos is negative. So this is going to be minus cos x the whole power 5, which is minus cos of x the whole power 5. So the integral 2 times 0 to pi of cos 5x dx is going to be 2 times 0, which is going to be 0. Since cos is a odd function nu sollakudadhu indha edathila. It satisfies the property, but it satisfies the second condition. Okay, first condition satisfy pannala. Okay, so this is going to be a 0. The answer is 0. Okay, please copy. Question number 15. Again using property number 4. When I use property 4, this is my I have a value to be pi by 2. So f of pi by 2 minus x in solve pannom. So I have integral of 0 to pi by 2 sin pi by 2 minus x minus cos pi by 2 minus x divided by 1 plus sin pi by 2 minus x cos pi by 2 minus x times dx. So this becomes 0 to pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 minus x is cos x minus cos pi by 2 minus x is going to be sin x. Denominator la 1 plus cos x sin x times dx. I see that the denominators are the same. Correct? Ingiyo denominator same. I can add the 2. So 2i equals integral 0 to pi by 2 sin x minus cos x plus cos x minus sin x divided by 1 plus cos x sin x times dx. So the numerator completely becomes a 0. Sin x, cos x gets cancelled. So 2i equals 0 and I equals 0. So my answer is 0. Okay, please copy. Question number 16. So in the இடத்துல I have 0 to pi, again using property number 4. So what happens here? A value is pi. So f of pi minus x panano. So I have I. This is my I. So I equals integral of 0 to pi log of 1 plus cos pi minus x times dx. So this is going to be 0 to pi log of 1 cos of pi minus x. So cos of pi minus x equals minus cos x. Correct? Cos of pi minus x na, this is my pi. Pi minus x na, we are talking about the second quadrant. All silver teacups. Cos is positive only in the fourth and the first quadrant. Second quadrant la negative. So I have minus cos x times dx. So this is my first step. Okay. Now I'm going to add the 2. So I can add I plus I equals LHS la I can add these two. So what do I get? I have 2i equals integral 0 to pi log of 1 plus cos x plus log 1 minus cos x times dx. So log of a plus b formula irukku. So I can write it as log of ab. So log of 1 plus x into 1 minus x is 1 minus cos square x times dx. A plus b into a minus b formula irukku. So basically log a plus log b will become log of ab. But ab enna? 1 plus cos x times 1 minus cos x. So I am getting a 1 minus cos square x, which is going to be sin square x. Correct? So 2I equals integral 0 to pi log of sin square x times dx. I can bring the 2 down. 2 log sin x to maridum. So I have 2I equals integral 0 to pi 2 log sin x times dx. I can cancel the 2 and the 2. Now my I has become log of sin x. So my question has now become I equals integral 0 to pi log sin x times dx. Basically, I've changed the question. Now I'm going to use property number 6 where it says 0 to 2a of f of x dx can be 2 times 0 to a if f of f of x dx if f of 2a minus x equals f of x. So this is one condition, and 0 if f of 2a minus x is going to be minus f of x. In the rendu condition irukku. What is my f of x here? It is going to be log sin x. So can I check? F of 2a minus x is going to be, my 2a is pi. So f of pi minus x is going to be log of sin pi minus x. Sin pi minus x second quadrant, so sin x tha. So log of sin x. So it satisfies the first condition. So I can write the given I as 2 times integral 0 to a, which is 2a equals pi. So a equals pi divided by 2. So I have pi by 2 log sin x times dx. Now I am going to use property number 4 again. Inge property number 4 use pannala ena sutti pi minus x dhaan varum. Now I can use the property number 4 where my a oda value is pi divided by 2. So I have 2 times 0 to pi by 2 log sin of, instead of x I am going to put a minus x. So pi by 2 minus x times dx. So from here I can write my I to be 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 log of sin pi by 2 minus x is going to be cos x times dx. So from here I can add these two. Add which two? I have I equals 2 times log sin dx and I again equals 2 times log cos x. So sin and cos add pannalama. So I can add 2I equals 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x plus in the 2 and the common for both the terms. I have 2 here and 2 here. It's common for both the terms. So I have integral log sin x log cos x times dx. So log of a plus b formula irukku. I can write it as 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x cos x. I can multiply and divide by 2 to get 2 sin x. இதே மாதிரி நம்ம ஒரு example question போட்டோம். So we have 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 log of 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x divided by 2. I can write it as minus log 2 times dx. Correct? This is again of the form log of a divided by b. So I can write it as log of a minus log of b, where my a is sin 2x and b is 2. Okay, so log of a minus b. So now this becomes my question. So I have 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2 log of sin 2x minus integral 0 to pi by 2 log 2 times dx. So log 2 is a constant, it can come outside and I have to solve the integral that is on the left. So this is going to be, I can substitute for 2x. So 2x is going to be t, 2 times dx equals dt. So dx equals dt divided by 2. If the variable is changed, the integrals also change. So x travels from 0 to pi by 2. So t is going to be 2x. When the value of x is equal to 0, t is going to be 0. When the value of x equals pi by 2, t equals pi. How does my integral change? This is going to be 2 times integral of, 2 is common. So it changes from 0 to pi log sin t minus log 2 times integral dx is going to be x from 0 to pi divided by 2. Okay. So now this is going to be 2 times integral. I'm going to split it. So 0 to pi log sin t minus, I'm going to multiply the 2 inside. So I have log 2 times x upper limit minus lower limit pota pi by 2 minus 0. Okay. So here you have integral 0 to pi times log sin t dt. This according to property number 6. When I apply property number 6, I have integral 0 to pi by 2 log of sin t times dt. எதனால try applying f of 2a minus x equals f of x. This is going to be 2 times 0 to pi by 2 log of sin t times dt. இந்த இடத்துல 2a ஓட value என்ன? It is going to be pi. So when you apply f of pi minus x, you are again going to get back sin t. Okay, so this property I am going to apply. So I am going to apply property number 6. Now what do I have? This is going to be 0 to pi by 2 log of sin t times dt. Now I am going to apply property 0. What do I have? Integral f of x dx is the same as f of t dt from limits a to b. Correct? So instead of t, I am going to write it as x. So this is going to be 2 times integral pi by 2 log of sin x times dx. Okay, and what is this? 2 times pi by 2 times log sin x is going to be what you see here. Do you see here this particular term? It is again going to be I. இவ்ளோ நேரம் நம்ம solve பண்ணிட்டு வந்தது என்ன? You are substituting for 2i. Correct? Your LHS is going to be 2i. So you have 2i everywhere. So you have 2i everywhere. So this particular term is going to be 2 log sin x is going to be I. இந்த இடத்துல தெரியுதா? Here I have 2 times integral log sin x dx. So this particular term LHS is going to be 2i equals this term 2 log sin t dt க்கு பதிலா I am going to write 2 times pi by 2 times log sin x, which is going to be I, minus what do I have here? 2 log 2 times pi by 2. So I have 2 log 2 times pi divided by 2. The 2 and the 2 gets cancelled. The I comes to the other side. So I have I equals minus log 2. Pi times log 2. புரிஞ்சுதா? இங்க என்னலாம் பண்ணிருக்கேன்? First step, I've used property number 4. Okay. Then I have changed the question from this I to this I. Okay. You see where I'm marking? I've changed to this particular I. Now from that, I have used property number 6 as usual and verified if this particular form is satisfied, and I have changed it to some other form. Pi by 2 nu மாத்திருக்கேன். Limits pi by 2 nu மாத்திருக்கேன். ஏன்னா எனக்கு pi ன்னு வேண்டாம். So when I'm doing that, I'm going to add the two equation. I'm going to have 2i. Then I'm again using 2 to 3 different properties and solving the question. இந்த sum திரும்ப firstல இருந்து பாருங்க. Only then you'll understand. Solve it repeatedly. Try to solve on your own. அப்பதான் வரும். Okay? Try using different properties and solve the question. Okay? Question number 17. This is again going to be simple. So this here my a value is a only. So I have f of a minus x. Okay? So this substitute பண்ணலாமா? So this is going to be my I. Property number 4. I'm using property number 4. So this is going to be I equals 0 to a. X க்கு பதிலா I'm going to do f of a minus x. So square root of a minus x divided by square root of a minus x plus square root of a minus x times dx. This is going to be 0 to a square root of a minus x divided by square root of a minus x plus a minus a is going to be 0 square root of x times dx. So when I add the two, I plus I is going to be 2i equals integral 0 to a of root x plus root of a minus x divided by, here also I have root x plus root of a minus x times dx. So this gets cancelled. So I'll be left with 2i. Integral dx is going to be x and the limits are from 0 to a. So I have a minus 0. So 2a I equals a and I equals a divided by 2. So this is my answer. Okay. Please copy. Question number 18. So I have 0 to 4 but I have a modulus symbol. So modulus nale enagum? I have x minus 1 is positive and negative when x minus 1 is greater than 0 and x minus 1 is less than 0. Okay, modulus a function இப்பதான் solve பண்ணோம். X greater than 1 and x less than 1. So my definite integral limit 0 to 4 is going to be split from 0 to 1 and 1 to 4. To the left of 1 it is going to be negative, to the right of 1 it is going to be positive. So using property number 2, I can split the integral as 0 to 4 mod x minus 1 dx becomes integral 0 to 1, it is going to be negative. So minus x minus 1 dx plus integral 1 to 4, it is going to be positive. So x minus 1 times dx. So when I solve this, I have minus common. Integral x minus 1 is going to be x square by 2 minus x and applying the limit 0 to 1 plus x square by 2 minus x from 1 to 4. So when I do this, minus of, I'm going to substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So upper limit 1 square by 2 minus 1 minus lower limit 0 square by 2 minus 0 plus upper limit 4 square by 2 minus 4 minus 1 square by 2 minus 1. Okay, here I have a minus, அதனால தான் ரெண்டு bracket போட்டிருக்கேன், இந்த bracketum போட்டிருக்கேன். Now I have minus times 1 square by 2, 1 by 2 minus 1 minus 0. So this is my first term plus இங்க என்ன இருக்கு, 4 square 16, 16 by 2 is going to be 8 minus 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. When I open the brackets, I have minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus 8 minus 4 is 4 minus half plus 1. When I add everything, I have 1 plus 1 2 plus 4 minus half is going to be minus 1. So I have 4 plus 2 6 minus 1 5. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Question number 19. Show that integral 0 to a f of x g of x equals 2 times 0 to a f of x if f and g are defined as this and g of x plus g of a minus x equals 4. So you need to find out 0 to a. Okay, now my I equals the question 0 to a f of x times g of x times dx. So using property number 4, I know integral 0 to a f of x dx is going to be integral 0 to a f of a minus x times dx. இதை apply பண்ணலாமா? So when I use property 4, I have I equals 0 to a f of a minus x g of a minus x times dx. But what do I know from the question? F of x is going to be f of a minus x. So அதை substitute பண்ணலாமா? So I have, this is going to be integral 0 to a of f of x times g of a minus x. Because f of a minus x is going to be f of x, it is given in the question. Now I'm going to add I plus I equals this term plus this term. So LHS is going to be 2i equals, இந்த பக்கம் என்ன இருக்கு, 0a f of x g of x plus f of x g of a minus x times dx. Taking f of x common, 0 to a f of x times g of x plus g of a minus x times dx equals 2i. G of x plus g of a minus x from the question, it is going to be 4. So when I apply the value, I have 2i equals integral 0 to a f of x times 4 dx. So I have I equals 1 by 2 times 4 is a constant, integral 0 to a f of x dx. When I cancel these two, I'll be left with 2. So I equals 2 times integral 0 to a f of x times d of x. Okay, and hence proof. This is what is asked in the question. They are asking us to prove that it's 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. So I have proved that. Okay, please copy. Question number 20. So I have a negative integral. So namak enna property theriyo? We know that the last property number 7 is going to be minus a to a of f of x dx is going to be 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f of minus x equals f of x, even function, and 0 if f of minus x equals minus f of x. Okay, இப்போ நமக்கு என்னென்னலாம் function இருக்கு? So I have basically the integral, I'm going to split it like this. Integral of minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 of x cube dx plus integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x cos x dx plus integral minus pi by 2 pi by 2 tan x the whole power 5 dx plus integral minus pi by 2 1 times dx. Okay, so this is my integral. இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல I'm going to check which are all my even function and which are all my odd function. So for this function, if I substitute f of minus x, so if for f of minus x போட்டேன்னா I have minus x the whole cube, which is going to be minus x minus of x cube. இல்லையா, minus x the whole cube is going to be minus x cube. So this is a odd function. Odd function. So the value is going to be 0. Odd na value is going to be 0. What is this going to be? When I substitute f of minus x, I have minus x times cos of minus x, which is minus x times cos x. This is again minus of f of x. So odd function. இப்போ third function என்ன? I have to put tan of minus x the whole power 5. Tan of minus x na we are talking about the fourth quadrant. Tan of minus x inga thana irukum. This is going to be minus x. So fourth quadrant la tan is not positive, it is negative. So minus tan x the whole power 5, which is going to be minus of tan power 5x. So this is also a odd function. So in the moon term it is going to give me a 0, and this is the only term which is going to be positive. Okay, so I have 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus integral of minus pi by 2 times dx. So this particular term is going to be x from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. When I solve this, upper limit minus lower limit. So this is going to be pi by 2 plus pi by 2, which is going to be pi. This is my answer. Okay, please copy option C. Last and final question of the exercise and the chapter. கரெக்டாக ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணி போடுங்க. எனக்கே வந்து ஒரு சிலதெல்லாம் ஞாபகம் இல்லை, ரொம்ப வருஷம் ஆச்சு. ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் டூ ப்ராக்டிஸ், சால்வ் அ லாட் ஆஃப் கொஷின்ஸ், அப்போ தான் இந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ்லாம் ஞாபகம் இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ லாஸ்ட் கொஷின் அகெயின் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி நம்பர் 4. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி தட் யூ யூஸ் த மோஸ்ட். மற்றதெல்லாம் நமக்கு நார்மலாகவே தெரியும். ஸோ திஸ் I have I equals 0. This is also my I. So I equals 0 to pi by 2 log of 4 plus 3 sin, instead of x, pi by 2 minus x divided by 4 plus 3 times cos of pi by 2 minus x times dx. This is going to be integral 0 pi by 2 log of 4 plus 3 times sin pi by 2 minus x is cos x divided by 4 plus 3 cos pi by 2 minus x is sin x times dx. So this is my I. When I add these two, I plus I, and this term plus this term, when I add these two, I have 2i equals integral 0 to pi by 2 log of 4 plus 3 cos x divided by 4 plus 3 sin x, this particular term, plus this one, log 4 plus 3 sin x divided by 4 plus 3 cos x times dx. Okay, so this is of the form log a plus log b, which is going to be log of ab. So when I solve this, I have integral 0 to pi by 2 log of 4 plus 3 cos x by 4 plus 3 sin x, this is my a, times b, which is 4 plus 3 sin x divided by 4 plus 3 cos x, this is my b, times dx. So what do I have inside? This gets cancelled and this gets cancelled. So I have log 1. So 2i equals log 1 integral 0 to pi by 2 times dx, but log 1 is a 0. So I equals 0. So the value of integral is going to be 0, which is going to be option C. Okay. So with this we are done with the chapter integration. Solve a lot of questions. அப்பதான் நிறைய தப்பு பண்ணாம போட முடியும். Please be very careful with the values. Definite integral எல்லாம் நிறைய values போட்டு தான் பண்றோம். இந்த properties எல்லாம் examல யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு question கண்டிப்பா examல வரும் using the properties. So solve examples and exercise question. அதை solve பண்ணாலே போதும். தனியா அந்த miscellaneousல இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் solve பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. When you solve this, it will be very very useful for the exam. Okay. All the best for your exams. Bye.